We're live. Yeah, I don't got any fancy intros as of yet, but who knows? We'll get there, ladies and gentlemen. We will get there. Here, I'll give you guys some claps. Oh freaking! All right, wait. No, no. Yo, Nick T, 1984. ¿Qué pasa, bro? And Thugla is already in the chat. One of our members, and Justice for Heroin Bird. Joshua and Sunkit, what's up? Sean Games Rock no sé. Não sabe, cara. But all right, guys. Today I actually, so if you guys didn't see, a few channels have been, I don't know if it was like an older interview or what's up, but a few channels have launched today some videos of RecklessBen doing an interview, one of the newer interviews. It's nothing super crazy, but it's a good interview. It's way more entertaining than the coffee one, I gotta tell you. But yeah, like today I wanted to kind of break down like my thoughts when it comes to what has been their goal, Bricks and Minifigs particularly. The corporate side, not the franchise side, but the corporate side. I think we all understand what the franchisees want out of all this, and it's definitely to have good leadership and people who aren't psychopaths involved in the company, right? I think that's pretty safe to say that's what they want. And don't worry, guys, I'm way more calm today than I was before. But yeah, so we're gonna keep it kosher as much as possible. But yeah, so um, like we know what RecklessBen wants out of this. He wants to, yeah, Relic Unleashed. He wants to do the right thing. He wants to stop bullies, and he wants to expose these leaders in the company that have been doing wrong, not only by the franchisees, by customers, by the public, and just to people in general. Right? That's his entire goal. Because overall, like, he has a good heart, he's a good guy, and he's trying to do right by people, and he hates bullies. Just like me, I hate bullies. I can't stand them. Now, even when I had my store taken over and the whole, you know, lease and everything happened, I just, till today, even with all the RecklessBen stuff coming out, I can't figure out what their goal has been. And not only from watching the current interview, but like backtracking, watching multiple interviews, I've been able to kind of come to a consensus of like, they have finally found a way to make money, and the only way to do that is by suing. A lot of people don't have talent when it comes to business or care to train themselves in business. So the only way for them to make money is by suing other businesses, suing people, and going after them, trying to ruin their lives. Right? Because it doesn't make sense. Everything that's been happening. Obviously, these people are stupid. They're dumb. But when was the last interview Ammon has done? I think it was a week or two ago. It was the one that he said that people aren't human, and he was supposed to do a few interviews, or at least one other interview. Nick, I have no idea. I did miss the BAM stream the other day. What's the cliff notes? My stream? You should go watch it. The cliff notes is, I found out that when my store was gonna be shut down, other stores were informed of it, and there was lies made about me in terms of the violation of the contract. And remember, on the termination letter, there's always a vague statement of like, you somehow hurt the brand or the marks or some other way that we deem is damage to our brand. so it's not explicit. So it's very hard to fight, but it's a way for them to use any excuse to also to shut you down. And that is the part that they put on the termination letter. But pretty much, and the stupid reason that they gave some other ones, they said that I was a terrible owner. Some of the reasons was to people, I guess, who knew me, and to people who, because remember, I tried to contact every single owner I could possibly get my hands on, either through Slack, email, whatever, in other states, all of them, because I want to see like what works over there, what doesn't. Like I'm going right. Uh, but yeah. The So I'm trying to figure out like how this company works, and one of the things they said to the, I guess, some of the owners was that I was turning it into a Star Wars store and not a Bricks and Minifigs, which is insane and it's stupid. And I've done a virtual store tour with them and show them the entire spot. Like I don't freaking get it. They're dumb. They And it's one of those things where like you could say I'm dumb too, because they lied about Crystal, and for some reason it didn't compute in my head that somebody was gonna make a lie about me, right? So that's where like I had a brain fart, I guess. But yeah, I was pretty pissed, and I kind of let it all out. But we'll wait till some people get into the chat. Um, Mad Marine is in the house, and Ty McCullough is also in the house. Reckless Ben is running a cover up over that Will Ferrell was doing, which is the murder. Okay, in Tulsa. All right. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much the recap from the previous stream. All right. So yeah, there's been it's again. So let's break it down to logic when it comes to business. Why would you ever allow all this to happen when you got around 300 plus stores, right? Or 300 plus opening stores. One of the things is you want like a good track record. So, like, if anybody, because businesses are going to get sued, that's what insurance is for. They're going to get sued. It happens. They have to protect their image. It happens, whatever. But obviously, everything they're doing is false. Ty McCullough, we're talking about Bricks and Minifigs. I don't know about the Will Ferrell situation or what has been involved since 1992 and all that, but yeah. So again, always refrain from using language that will get the channel taken down or whatever. So that's the warning for the chat. But yeah, it was a rant. Thank you. But again, so usually every business has an exit strategy. Like, this is how I'm going to sell the business. This is going to be when a business looks really good, or how do I put it? They just want out. They just want money. They're sick of dealing with franchisees. They're sick of dealing with customers, and they're just gassed out, and they want a new track in life. It happens. It's very common. It's not a problem, right? But obviously, the way things are going, can't sell. And ooh, my man is here. One of the people. We'll bring him on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Coach.
Hello, hello.
¿Qué pasa, dude?
¿Qué pasa?
Yeah, man.
What's up?
Dude, nothing. Like, I just I've been trying to make sense of what is the end result here. Like, even if BAM wins or any corporation wins a lawsuit that has this kind of public, let's say, celebrity status on it, like what is the best case scenario for them, even if they win? You know what I mean?
I think
Like,
that,
what's their goal?
well, so the goal is for all this controversy to die down and the McNiffs maintain their positions. I think it stands to reason that if the public does not let up, there is going to be a massive change at Bricks and Minifigs. There has to be. There's going to have to be. There's no way. Did you see what just happened at Cracker Barrel?
If you you guys
The
told me a little bit
CEO
about
is
it,
gone.
yeah.
The CEO has stepped down. There was a whirlwind of controversy, and the company was not recovering. Bricks and Minifigs, like, it's not going to recover. And for the sake of the good folks that are still there, that have not found a way out or whatever, and that's a big misconception that people have. Oh, if you're still with Bricks and Minifigs, you're part of the problem. You should have already left. Bro, I've spoken, as you know, with so many people who are currently tied into the system. They're trying to find a way out. They're working on that, but they're also hoping for change. And let this be known too. Like I'll say this. You could speak on this specifically. The public, like in the comments, we have vilified Emin McNiff. Okay, he's a villain. Okay, but the people who work for Bricks and Minifigs, who have worked with Emin McNiff, that have spoken with him as you have, they, like, I've heard it on multiple occasions with multiple owners now. They say he's not a villain. He is an incompetent moron.
Yeah.
Like, he is he doesn't know. Like, it's unbelievable, the decisions that he makes and the things that he says. But they're trying to say deep down inside, I don't think he's really a bad guy. And we've heard multiple people say Matt McNiff is actually a pretty good dude. I don't know how I feel about all that. I don't know how you could lie on camera over 200 times and still be considered a good person, just incompetent. Like, you should have reconciled Brian Mansell already. You shouldn't have lied and tried to take Reckless Ben down the way that you have. So back to your question. If the public maintains pressure and this doesn't go away, then a lot of the store owners are going to get eventually what they want. The McNiffs are going to have to go, but then the question's going to be, just like Disney Star Wars, who's going to come in and take over, and are they going to make any positive changes whatsoever? You don't know. You don't know.
Do you think the McNiffs think that if they win in court, which I don't think they will, I'm usually 50-50, but the more stuff comes out and how angry I've been lately, but I'm kind of more on, like, hey, like, I'm more positive now for Reckless.
They don't talk to us. We only hear from the other side. Now, I have talked to a couple of owners lately. After we came out with the 3rd episode of the BAM Files, I had 3 different owners reach out to me that I had not spoken with before. And all 3 of them were truly in the middle. They were in the middle between BAM Franchising Incorporated, and they do not see the Gormans, who are friends of ours at this point. They do not see the Gormans as being completely innocent. They have a lot of questions about that. Some of the questions they said I actually answered. I said, bro, that's already been answered. But they have their questions, okay? They don't see Reckless Ben as many of us do.
By the way, welcome to John.
Hey, we're talking toys now.
Yeah. So a lot of them are still not seeing Reckless Ben as, like, just a innocent dude who's trying to put out the story. They think he's
some of
hostile.
them are of the opinion that it's all about attention and clicks and money for Reckless Ben. That they don't believe that he's as wholesome as he comes across. That's what and I'm speaking about the ones who are in the middle. And by the way, when I'm doing these interviews, I'm trying to get the information from them. I'm not trying to sway them or change their opinion. I'm listening and asking questions. That's it. It's not my job to try to change their thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're interviewing them,
right? Just everybody
want to know their
aware
opinion.
of that. I have heard many things that I disagree with in these conversations, and there's been, and some things have been very eye opening. One of the things that have been said is that they do think that their position is very solid. They think they have the advantage. They think they're going to win. They still think that all of this is going to go away.
Do you think that they think they're going to win because they've shared information that help them believe that Bricks and Minifigs has a case against all these people?
So it's crazy, man, because all right, one of the people that I spoke with was telling me that he spoke with corporate firsthand multiple times, and he told me that BAM corporate were making claims about the court case and telling him what they have on the record, video proof of certain things that I honestly don't think possible. I honestly don't think what they're saying they have is possible. So are they just making these things up? It's kind of bizarre, dude. The things that I have heard and people have told me.
No, like I've seen and I think John has seen too, like when I first after doing the interview with you and then Camelot and then also on Toy Bounty Hunters channel, like I started receiving death threats. I started receiving messages of people that I don't know if they were part of BAM, but they were pissed. They were like, how can you go against BAM after you were an owner, you know how great these guys are, all this
I got one today.
Yeah it's nuts
from
man.
my
it's
video yesterday. And they told me that I needed to die and go to hell, and they told me that YouTube is not my thing, get over it, stop making these effing stupid videos. And I thought, and I replied, I said, sure, Jan. and then it's real simple. You click the three little buttons next to their name and you say hide from channel.
Yeah.
They could still watch your content. They can still comment, but I'm not going to see it, and no one else will either.
Were they in the chat or were they?
It was a withheld comment. I go there every day to find out, to see what's the latest crazy things that have been said. Because you go to your comment section as a content creator, we always have a list of these bizarre comments that have been held, and they're waiting for me to approve it. And if I want to reply to it, I have to approve it. So I replied, and then now you're hidden from the channel. We have a long list of people that are hidden from the channel that are just terrible people. I don't want to read your stuff, so I'll never read it again.
Yeah. Like I told people, like if you want to like say this on my channel, like go ahead and comment, and then I'll block you on the comment. But they were sending me messages, like DMs, right? Because I'm like, oh, are you afraid that you're gonna get some backlash because of your comment? Because these people are cowards.
Oh, absolutely. And the things that they'll say online, they would never say to your face.
Oh yeah, it's like it pisses me off.
I had a guy saying that he was going to humiliate me in public at a convention that we went to a few months ago. So I was looking for him. I'm like, here's your chance. Come humiliate me. I want to see, what you got planned. Never happened. Not a peep.
And welcome, Aura. Thanks for coming in.
Sheesh.
What's up, man?
What's going on? Just call my name and I'll be there. Hell yeah. I had that song in my head all day.
Awesome.
Hope you all are well.
So, Aura, since you just got in, you probably know that we're talking about, like, what is Bricks and Minifigs mentality with all this? Because they're too stupid to understand that their reputation as just people, the McNeffs, the last name McNeffs, like, probably at this point, anybody with the last name McNeff has to go legally change their name. What are they trying to get out of all this? Obviously, with any loss, people are trying to win. Yeah. Okay. But at the end, like, they're so dumb that they might believe that they are going to be okay if it's all over. That it's all done when all lawsuits are settled.
I think it's
Yeah.
delusion, and I think part of that is because of the company they were a part of before, Legally Mine, and their familiarity with having dealt in lawsuits themselves. I mean, think about this, right? Matt and Eamon sued their own father. Now, granted, their father, by all accounts, doesn't seem to be a good person either. Doesn't seem like the apple fell far from the tree in regards to Eamon and Matt. But I think that false sense of confidence that they have in regards to winning the case, I think probably comes from cases that they've already been a part of, that they have come out on the winning side, right? Now, they've had their fair share of cases also where they decided to drop it and was like, all right, this just isn't worth it. But they haven't, if you look at it, right, the only one that they not technically, the only one they did lose was really, that we know of, at least, was against the Messers, right? That's the only one that they outright lost, right? But apparently that wasn't enough to deter them.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of it was delusion on their part.
Like, the one important thing is that as soon as the first video came out, we saw that Bricks and Minifigs sent out a statement to all their owners about like the formula of what happens when like somebody's trying to damage reputation. Like, this is gonna go away after this period of time. All this stuff.
Yeah, it was tone deaf.
Yeah,
that they probably created with AI. And the thing is, some of that was right.
Yeah.
There are many times, like the public is fickle. It will die down. Most everything dies down really quickly. Okay, this has not been one of those things. They were banking on it dying down quickly, like most things do. This one's sticking around longer.
Yeah. Well, it did completely die down in the Lego community, except for some few channels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's great is that I think in the last 5 to 6 years or so, we've had a huge influx of law tubers coming on YouTube. People who actually have a law degree and have gone to court, know this stuff, and they were fascinated by this, just like police detectives. Because I'm starting to see a lot more people that are in law enforcement in other live streams, like the chat, like, hey, I'm a police officer, I'm a detective. Like, this is what I would think about this. If I heard this is what I would do. And I'm like, man, this is interesting, because this is no longer entertainment. It's dealing with what most people have seen in their life, either behind closed doors or heard on the news. Like, this is happening in real time, and we don't get this. We hear like we watch like Fox News or whatever growing up, and the news already happened, and they're just putting it out there like this. We're following and seeing what the outcome is going to be. We've had like some things that were very public, like the O.J. Simpson trial and Michael Jackson trial, but usually with celebrities, not with regular people who invested their money into a brick and mortar and a company that's built a toy company and got the trust of everybody. Bricks and Minifigs had everybody's trust. Even if you didn't know who they were, you were gonna hear from some Lego YouTuber that like, hey, I don't like this store, but this store was all right. Like, I don't like the way they do this, but it's a good brand. Like, it's great that they're doing all this stuff. Like, there was always some sort of positivity along with it, even with the criticisms.
Yeah. I mean, I knew who they... sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think it's hitting a bunch of parameters, though, to kind of what you're talking about, because there are several police departments involved in this. There's a whole corporation involved in this. And then, from it kind of spiderwebbed, you know what I mean? With this one incident, we're finding another incident and another incident. And to kind of answer your question from earlier, I think it could be as simple as, just like ego or even stupidity, because like, what is it? Eamon gets on Fox News, like, we're trying to resolve everything. You're not trying to resolve everything. There was no U-Haul. There's like 4 U-Hauls. Like, you shamelessly lie. You know what I mean? You shamelessly lie like you'll never get caught. And I'm not trying to go there with it, but I'm like, could just be a sociopath, Like, none of this stuff probably means anything to him. But at the same time, he wants to be perceived like he's doing something good. So
yeah, when he said the thing about like not seeing people as humans,
That's weird.
It's not only weird, but he pointed out that he needs somebody to be his
Keep him in
like
check.
his Jiminy Cricket on his shoulder.
To be his
which is-
conscience.
yeah.
To be his
Does that
conscience.
remind
He
you?
needs, he needs
Matt
Matt.
McNeff.
He needs
Yeah.
Matt to be his conscience. To
Does that remind you of
him
anybody?
that people are humans.
Does that remind you of anybody? You should know this one, John.
What?
Logan Paul?
Oh,
Doesn't remind you of Logan and Jake Paul?
yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
That's what Logan said about Jake. He's more of the human one. Like, and I'm like, oh, well, that's funny that you said that. You don't remember this, John? This is like 5 years ago.
It's a
Yeah, I
really
remember now.
dehumanizing
yeah.
thing for a guy with a
Yeah.
psychology degree to say. The thing about this whole situation that makes it an outlier, that makes it different than anything that we've really seen before. Like if this was Maxwell House coffee, nobody would be talking about it right now.
Yeah.
The fact that this is Lego, involves Lego,
Yeah.
and the collector community, who is very passionate, is involved in this thing. That's what makes this something else completely. Now, the story is bigger and way more than Lego.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is corruption. This is corporate greed. This is stealing. Like, there's a lot of things going on here. This is franchise churning. This is like way bigger than just the collecting world, but it got the collecting world's interest because it involves Lego.
Yep.
And that's what got us in it. Like, bro, if this didn't start with a Star Wars Lego collection,
Yeah.
it might not have been on my radar.
Yep.
And what a shame that would have been, because this has been fun.
It might have, because I've been subscribed to you guys for a while, and
Yeah.
I commented on Nick's video,
Right.
but also like if it wasn't Star Wars, he probably would have jumped on it either, right?
Well, definitely
Yeah.
helped to get the attention, because if you look at that kind of sensational headline, right? $250,000 Lego collection gets stolen. It's like, wait, well, hold on, what's going on here? What's this about? Star Wars Legos? $250,000 worth? You know what I mean? You hear that and you're just immediately like, I wonder what this is about. You know, that immediately just captures the attention of people, especially people that are into the stuff we're into, for sure. So that's definitely what got my attention. I was like, what's this? And
Yeah.
you know, then I went down the rabbit hole of that. So and then when you see, and that's, I think what makes people mad, of course, is when you see what's happening with this company. But then again, it resonates with people because it goes, what really kind of, the first part got me really, it got me mad. The second part got me it got me like super pissed. It got me furious by the second part, because I'm like, I can't believe this is where it ended up. You know what I mean? Crossing state lines. Now they're dealing with corrupt police and all this stuff. And I was like, this is insane. It's just like what started as this. Now the Legos become kind of a bit of a backdrop, because now we're looking at, again, corruption from not just a corporation, but a local PD. And then third part comes out and it's like, oh geez, this other local PD, you know, has, you know, as a mishandling of stuff. Yeah, the body cam stuff that came out, and that was just
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
but
when that
what
came out, oh my
also
God.
made it interesting was that these people had no remorse,
No,
right? Like
still
they
don't.
kept going, and they're still going. Like one video that I think is criminally underrated. It's actually not to boost your coach's ego, because it will. Is that video you made after with the Star Wars collector, of the guy who was he had like the biggest Star Wars collection
Oh yeah.
memorabilia,
The
you
Dark
know?
Side of Collecting series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like I thought, not only because regardless what the conclusion was, the guy was like, yeah, I did steal.
Right.
He apologized, but like no one's gonna ever trust him again. Like his reputation's tarnished.
Yeah.
He betrayed not only him but the community.
Yeah.
Like these are people that are supposed to be respected business owners. They're supposed to have everybody's back. And it's just normal business practice of like, hey, a customer feels cheated. You do everything you can to fix that relationship. You do everything you can to try to make sure that that guy is whole. Especially when you buy another store or take back a store, you want all that's paid. You want everything to be kosher, right? But it was just astonishing to me how far they were willing to go to hurt innocent people, just people that disagreed with him. It reminds me of the internet. Like, oh, you
Yeah.
disagree with me? Now I'm going to, condemn you.
Full blast.
Yeah.
Full blast. I like what Thug said earlier. That when he said that I think it was Thug, said that they would respond with kindness, and that when like to all those comments that are so bad or to the bad actors, and you don't see that a lot in society today. How often do you see somebody respond to a perceived enemy with kindness? It actually, like, that's straight out of the Bible. That's in Proverbs. That's in Proverbs and Romans. It's like firing coals at their head when you show your enemy love and kindness. That's straight.
grace.
Yeah, that's straight from Scripture. That's
Like
that's
my
really
mom,
wise.
My mom always said to me that, like, there was this lady that she absolutely despised. They used to be like best friends, but she was, did a bunch of stuff, cheated on her husband, all this stuff that she couldn't stand her anymore. And I was like, oh, if she came, knocked at our door asking for food, like, you'd probably kick her in the face. She's like, no, I'd give her food.
Yeah.
Because that's something you never deny. She's still a human being. She's a crappy one, but I still give them food.
Right.
Go. Here's a chance for you to survive super far away from me. And her go-to phrase is like, hey, I might like somebody. I want them to have a good life far away from me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can forgive people. It doesn't mean you have to associate with them after the fact, but you could still forgive them.
Exactly.
And just treat them at an arm's length,
No, I get that. But, like, again, with how they're going about things, and obviously we're going to get some new information probably in the next month or so.
Yeah.
August 3rd.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. I don't know all the dates. He's the brains.
Couple days.
2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, August 3rd, we're going to get some more information. But again, if they're in mediation, maybe we're not going to get some videos in the right time, right? As you say that
possibly,
everybody's in mediation right now, but there's also the possibility, as Coach said, that things are not going to go. There's some things that they're not going to let go.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
With court cases. No, I was gonna say, well, that's the thing with court cases. Just like even if you're like fairly certain because you've seen so many of these things play out the same way, with mediation, because a lot of times that's what it is with civil cases. A lot of them just end up, they end up coming to terms, right?
Yeah.
But you never know for sure. That's the thing about civil cases. There could be something that nobody anticipated that they bring up on their side, right, on the Bricks and Minifigs side, that will justify them being like, well, we want this is what we want in order for us to call it even or whatever. So that's the thing. The only thing that for sure is that you don't know anything for sure.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah
And just to catch up on some super chats real quick, Rose Investigates, have you seen the latest updates on the gift cards? I have not. Feel free to say in the chat. Hopefully somebody will catch it. But thank you for the 2, and Zan for the $9.99. Thank you. The McNeff boys are spoiled, rotten, rich, narcissist children who think they are better and smarter than all of us non-Mormons. They need to be shown that their behavior is not lawful. Yeah, they definitely are prideful people who don't understand what it's like to be human. And they don't care about people who get hurt. In my opinion, they don't care about their franchisees. They don't care about their employees. It's just, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Their employees are output machines.
Correct.
I kind of get it because you've never seen an instance, at least publicly, where either of them, but especially Eamon, has admitted to being wrong or even the possibility of being wrong. So it makes total sense to me why he acts the way he does. People like that, if they can't acknowledge, if they can't acknowledge things that even the possibility that they might be wrong in this scenario, that they can't even conceive that could be what's happening. They don't recognize, that something's wrong with them,
And justice for Harold.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Or. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
No, I was just gonna say, like, what is it? I just think that I don't know. I forgot. Never mind. When I remember, I'll tell you.
Sorry, man.
Well, funds for faster, more reliable internet. Maybe it'll make your brain a little bit more reliable too for $1.99.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, is it lagging? I'm like following it right here on my phone. Seems to be fine.
On mine. On my end.
Man Marine for 50. Thank
C-Mad.
you so much.
What's up, C-Mad?
And this guy knows about what it's like to work in corporations.
C-Mad's a good dude.
Yeah, super solid guy. Brick's
Yep.
goal in the beginning was to use the threat of litigation to shut everybody up. That's true. Then Ammon and Josh on body cam created a story they had to stick to. They underestimated Ben being able to fight them, and they underestimated the public outcry.
Yep.
So
They severely underestimated how
So,
the reality of the story.
I want to go back to this one, but we'll finish up with this one right here. Timeline Jump YT with $2. Why doesn't anyone use Alec Jones' "Bam Bam Bam" clip? I'll leave Coach to use that one. I don't know. I'm not tech savvy. Bam Bam. But going back to this one, again with the body cam footage, do you guys feel at all that it's died down a little bit about the police investigations? Or it's been a separate story? I feel like they're both connected, but it's also going to be separate. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
obviously
still
because
do
of the Bricks and Minifig situation, that's why there's the story. But we're still following multiple, you could say timelines or multiple storylines, because the corruption of the police departments it's insane. And I've stated this before, like I've gotten call from other states that are not related to this story of people who are in the police department that their police department are worried because there's across, you could say, the world, not every police department and almost all of them probably have a past where they buried something, or it's just a possibility. There's no way to vet and have a perfect employee and everything, whether it's the military, whether it's the police force. There's gonna be some crap that happens. But this, it seems like an entire department is completely incompetent.
Yeah, to your point, I was gonna say there was one. John, do you remember I want to say it was the Thorpes, that one guy who was supposedly a child enthusiast that they scrubbed his background?
Yeah,
you remember that?
That one, the one officer that's on an American Fork. I can't remember his name.
Wasn't he the guy that bursted into the Thorpe house?
He's the one that burst into the Thorpe's house with the other officer.
How does that happen? You see what I'm saying? By being a cop, whatever. Just like
like
that kind of background?
Well, Coach, so your dad was a cop, and he was a really good cop. And did he ever tell you stories of like what it was like dealing with other cops who may have either crossed the line, or of things that happen in other police departments or stuff like that? Yeah.
He had. So my dad was a lieutenant,
Mm-hmm.
so he had a lot of police officers under him. But my dad had to answer to the captain.
Okay.
And the captain did a lot of dumb things, and he and my dad constantly had conflict. That's true, and it wasn't just like because he was my dad's superior or whatever. He was just a bad actor. So,
So
I grew up hearing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So when a police officer does something they absolutely should not do, is there punishment towards that police officer or to whoever's his leader?
That officer.
And then when does the leader face like scrutiny in terms of like there's not proper training, or he's not keeping up on things, or like you said, that's a bad actor?
Yeah.
Like,
that would be more about public pressure and the captain resigning and going to something else.
So you were probably happy when you saw the community in American Fork going to city council.
Absolutely.
And
that's
like
fantastic. That's why we have those council meetings, and there's a microphone there so the public can be heard. Yeah. So absolutely. I fully 100% support that. And that's something that is unique to America, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, most places in the world doesn't have that.
Yeah.
You would be killed going into a public venue like that in a lot of places around the world, speaking your displeasure about a government entity. Good luck with that.
Oh yeah, like you're so in one of the most recent Reckless Ben interviews that have launched today. I want to point out two things. One, the guy that was interviewing, he was like, "Oh yeah, our legal system here in the U.S. is a joke and all that, and because of like whoever has the most money wins, and it doesn't
There's
matter
some
if you're
truth to
honest or
that.
not."
If you allow people to weaponize the legal system because their bank is bigger than yours.
Yeah.
So they're going to literally break you and ruin it's going to be a financial disaster for you that you may never overcome. So that's unfortunately there's truth to that.
Yeah, and again, it's like nothing is perfect. But I think the American legal system unfortunately is one of the best in the world. Like try being an innocent man and using the truth in Brazil. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Try doing it like to your point in other places. Now, one thing I was actually happy about is hearing Reckless Ben in this new interview talking about like, yeah, I've come to the conclusion that whoever has money and is dishonest wins. Something I've been talking about because that's how I feel. Where I think he's kind of started to understand the reality of how serious this whole legal proceeding is, like everything that's happening, because that was I think it was one of the major criticisms a lot of people had was like, hey, yeah, I get his name is Reckless Ben, but this is big boy time. We don't know, like you should take this way more seriously, like you should even tell your lawyer like how many times you go to the bathroom in a day, stuff like that, like so it's to me, I'm kind of glad that interview came out because I saw like kind of a more mature side of him.
Yeah, it was a good interview.
Yeah.
I just watched it an hour or two ago.
Yeah, because Courtney Love came on just to say hello. And
yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. That was it was weird, but
stay away, Ben. Reckless Ben, stay away.
Yo, yeah.
That's trouble. That's trouble. She's too old for you, Ben. She could be your mom.
But he ain't too young for her.
Oh no.
Man. Yeah, Courtney Love, huh? At least she's on our side.
Yeah.
We take those, I guess. We take them when we can get them.
Hey, we gotta do what
people
we can.
hated her guts in the 90s, man.
They did, I remember.
Oh my
Vaguely
gosh.
remember.
Yeah, she was blamed for what. Wow.
Yeah. Really, I am not super in the loop of all of Kurt Cobain's life and Courtney Love. I know they were married, and that's like the extent of what I know about her, and that she's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah.
And like, yeah, she was willing to scrap with anybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with her.
Oh no,
that's one I would be kind to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like when you see her pictures, you're like, oh yeah, she looks like a nice lady. And then I saw her in the interview, I was like, oh, she's out there. She's yeah. She's a no consequence kind of gal. But yeah, but yeah, I think that was a good insight because one of the things that I think everybody on the internet is forgetting about the human side of all this, because obviously BAM Corporate is dehumanizing everybody, but we forget like, hey, Crystal is a person, I am a person, Reckless Ben is a person. Everybody's receiving stress,
Brian
upset.
and Ed Mansell are a person.
Yeah, exactly. So this is
nobody talks about Ed Mansell, know, like I think he's in his 80s
at this point, for sure.
And they don't want him seeing all this stuff, but he knows the collection. He knows what happened. Like, nobody you said the human side. Nobody ever mentions this poor elderly gentleman, and what he has gone through. And his son is in anguish over it, or has been,
Yeah, like
By the way,
yeah, go ahead.
I've spoken to Brian. Great guy. Like, man, I enjoyed my conversation with him. He'll be coming on to the channel at some point when
yeah.
all this ends. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and remember, they didn't want to sell this stuff.
Mhm.
They didn't want to do this stuff, like, but life happens. Life happens, and they found a way. Like, we could use this collection to make sure that
Solve a problem.
to solve this big problem that they were having, and they trusted in the wrong people, just like I trusted in the wrong people. I think everybody has a story where you trusted in somebody that claimed to be your friend,
Yeah.
claimed to be sometimes even a loved one, and just stabs you in the back. And it's something, it's not that like you don't get over it, but it's something that kind of lingers in your head, like oh, maybe they've changed. Like, you get these questions every now and then. It's like, oh, maybe they turn their life around, or maybe I could give them a little bit more praise this time around. But there's always that, you gotta stay in reality. You got to remember who these people were and what they did to you. Great if they moved on and all that, but as soon as somebody betrays you, you should never take it lightly. But at least for me, like, I keep thinking, I try to see the good in people.
Betrayal. There's a reason why betrayal is one of the earliest stories in the history of mankind.
Yeah. Cable. Or not Abel
Cain.
and Cain.
Cable, yeah.
I was like Cable. I you know what I thought of first? I thought of them,
X-Men.
and then I thought of Deadpool
X-Men 97.
2. Yeah, and X-Men 97. I'm like,
I don't
That's
think you went
what I
that far
thought.
back in time.
no.
Then I was like, Cable. I was like, you're talking about
I was like,
X-Men
Cable,
story?
Cain, and
Magneto,
Abel. Hey,
son?
at least it's in the pocket. It's in the pocket. All right, it
That's
fits.
fair. If they would have pulled a Dragon Ball Z fusion, that's literally who.
Well,
they would have
and
been,
look,
is Cable.
even before them, Adam and Eve trusted the
The
serpent,
serpent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and they were betrayed.
Yeah.
God trusted Adam and Eve, and they betrayed him. Like, it's just, it's one of the oldest themes.
Yeah, and it's like
It's a part of life,
Yeah, because
You'll walk right into it. You won't even know until it's over.
Yeah, and like a lot of people think that, like, oh, betrayal is like this full on, like, what happens to us as in an adult life is one thing. So, like, going off actually the Adam and Eve story, it's like your kids when they disappoint you. They did something that they knew they shouldn't have done. They betrayed you. They betrayed your trust. They betrayed your teachings, that stuff. But that's a different level. It wasn't malicious. Adam and Eve weren't being malicious. You know what I mean? They betrayed their father, right? Betrayed God. They weren't being malicious. When somebody's being malicious, it's so hard to understand, because I don't think anybody will ever understand it. If you're a good person, you don't betray people. So it's hard for a good person to truly understand when somebody does something so evil or nefarious or bad towards you. You know what I mean? Well, what happened? What happened?
Bryson.
Bryson?
What happened?
The things I do
Bryson.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on you.
Oh no.
But so, okay. Damn, that threw me off.
Did it throw you off?
Yeah. But anyways,
We're talking
like,
about betrayal.
well,
Good
yeah,
people don't understand.
yeah, you're never gonna really understand it, because you keep thinking, what did I do that was so bad that made this person want to do this to me? That made them want to, like, do all of this stuff to you, because it's never gonna make sense. So that's where, like, I wanted to do the stream so that people understand, like, there's no way to make sense of their thinking, of their logic, because it's theirs. There is no logic in this. Bricks and Minifigs corporate, they think everything's going to be okay at some point, that they can all go back to their jobs, be in the same position they're in, because everybody in corporate, anybody has a stake. I know from people I talk to, they're all complicit. Mr. Bree Dushall, he's he's all for this. He does not want Ammon to leave. He does not want Matt to leave. You know, he wants all this stuff. John, you all right? You're back.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, I lost power.
You did?
Some
Oh,
storming
I saw
going
you.
on over here.
I saw
Is
it
it-
happen. I saw your lights go out and
no,
everything.
yeah, everything went out. Yeah, it's
Is it something going on in Orlando? Because it
Weather,
was
yeah.
storming here. Yeah,
yeah.
moved up.
There's something's whipping up over here.
Sorry about
Awesome.
that.
Well, I'm glad you're back, John.
Yep. I'm on my phone. I'm doing it through the phone. So
Oh, heck yeah. What, Coach? What are you gonna say?
We thought John portaled with Cable back to the Garden of Eden.
Well, actually, the Garden of Eden, you can't get in there. I don't know if you guys know the story, but you can't get in.
stored. Yeah. Yeah.
Not you. Cable can. You don't know the powers of Cable.
If you
Scott
go back
Somerset.
in time, you could get in there. You can't get in there now.
Yeah, but was there? You don't know how time worked at the time.
Cable does.
We don't
That's his
know.
whole thing.
We don't know how long the garden was, and only 2 people were allowed in there, and there was only 2. So how
Cable's
can he
one
go
of
back
them.
in time if he's not allowed in there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Cable's
Cable was
great,
the
but
serpent.
I don't think he's more powerful than God. I'm just saying.
What?
I'm just saying. If we're gonna talk about power levels of the X-Men universe, I'm pretty sure that God trumps everything.
Yeah.
He does. Nightcrawler would agree with you.
Yes. Yes. One of my favorite scenes is actually of Nightcrawler in the original 97 talking to Wolverine, and Wolverine's expressing that he doesn't believe all this stuff, and then you see Wolverine
What kind of
kinda
God would do this to me? Listen
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
and then like
Yeah.
Wolverine says a prayer later, and I'm like, oh, that's
Oh no, that was
Yeah.
great.
real. That was awesome. Remember when
No,
like
I like-
people had morals? Wasn't that a great time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I miss it.
It's not going to get better.
No, it ain't. But that's again going back to the city council stuff, all that. Everybody can make a difference in your community, on the internet. Speak up, talk, share your opinion. And people don't want to have a conversation. Those are weird people. We can all
Well, that's how
disagree
you-
on something and keep moving forward.
That's how you hold people accountable. I mean, those city council meetings that's the community. They're the ones coming together to, voice their concerns and, hold their reps and their local reps and law enforcement and all that accountable. That's why those meetings are so important. They need to be heard.
Yeah.
See the way things change.
Have you guys? I'll say this. I've never gone to a city council meeting. Have you guys ever gone to a city council meeting?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I think I might have gone to one ever in my entire life.
I have a brother-in-law that was a city councilman for a decade.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Did you go to his council meetings, or did you just there's stuff going on?
He was
that
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we went. But yeah. That was before he was arrested for embezzling $3 million.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Sheesh.
I was just
we-
about to ask you, Coach, if there was ever a point in time where you spoke out against him. You're just like, you didn't bring.
he just did it right now. He just did it right now.
Yeah, well, yeah, I
I
did.
know,
but I'm saying,
right?
like, if there's ever a
Giving
time where
information.
Just
Biggest
because somebody's a
council,
city councilman, that's an elected position. That doesn't mean like they walk on water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's your brother-in-law
Mm-hmm.
now.
Still, which is amazing. But
You didn't bring the tuna casserole to the meetup.
You didn't share any of that embezzled money at all.
Yeah,
Like,
you
get
never
all
gave
that
me a
shit.
dime, man.
Yeah. Well,
Where's
everything's
my
given.
kickback?
And
No.
fucking socks for Christmas every year. Really, the fuck.
But if I may ask, Coach, when you or anybody in your family found out that information, like, was it a shock to you? Was it something that was like, this is completely out of character? Was it something that you felt really hurt over?
no, I wasn't
Oh.
hurt.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I feel bad for my sister.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually a long time ago too. So
Mm.
my sister was actually in the hospital. She got in a really bad car accident, and I don't ever see her. We're not close, but I knew she was in the hospital, and I felt obligated to go check on her. So
Yeah.
I went, and there was a major conflict with the emergency room doctor. and I had to intervene on my sister's behalf. And he was my brother-in-law was there too, and you know, knowing the things that I know, I was still able to do what I felt was right in the moment, and that was support them at the time. Didn't matter what he did in the past or what I think about him personally. You still do. There's no substitute for doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Man, you should tell that to the McNeffs.
I'm telling you.
They won't care.
I do, basically in every video.
Yeah. They won't care.
They don't
like,
give a damn. Yeah.
You know, because like there's times that I've ranted that, you know, John could probably tell you that I've ranted about, like, I just hear these, like the body cams especially, I just hear them, our safety, they're harassing us, our families, all those, and I just start popping off. I'm like, what about Brian's family? What about Ben's family? What about Tyler's family? What about everybody else's family? What about what is it, Crystal's bird that you guys just got rid of because you just didn't, you didn't want to mess with her no more? What about, like, you don't want to give this guy's property back because he annoyed you because he called you too much? What about that? But I'm supposed to care about you. But forget everybody else. I don't know. I lose.
Yeah, no, and the whole bird. Careful, man.
I know.
I don't know how to go against somebody trying to take down the stream. Relax.
There we go. Yeah.
no, you go. Pop it back up. But like again, that, and I understand now because I had to wrap my head around it. So many people were so adamant for Tattle. Like I don't think they even cared about the Bricks and Minifigs thing. Mm-hmm. They just wanted to know about the bird, right? And
it's just a shitty thing to do.
Good Lord, Coach. Every time, there just can't be one time that we're fine. We got a normal stream going.
Sorry, that's the wrong.
Not once. Yeah, right. You don't feel sorry about that at all. It's all empty. But so just think about it this way. I know some people can't wrap their head around a bird, but to Crystal, that's her pet, a member of her pet family, right? Like imagine if somebody just took away your dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because they felt like it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna compare it to a child because like I'll kill any animal for my kids.
So yeah.
I thought you were gonna say.
I understand the pet thing as somebody that owns two pets. I didn't grow up with pets, and I've never been attached to a pet until I had my own in my adult life. Mm-hmm. So I get the pet thing now. I just don't care about anybody else's pets.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I just, you got a dog. Cool. I don't care. Like, I only care about my pets, but I get it, man. I get it. Like, to mistreat somebody else's pet is a terrible thing.
Well, what I think is weird about the bird thing is that it was, I don't know what would have been a big inconvenience for them to just call her and tell her to come pick up your bird.
Again, the inconvenience is being a good human being.
Yeah.
I mean, but even that, it's just like they could have just called and just been like, "Hey, look, we'll leave the cage next to the door." You know what I mean?
So just responded to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the goat, man.
She is the goat.
Hey, that could be a pet, right? A goat?
I'll eat it.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
I'm eating it. If you want to have a pet goat, bring it. We'll have a barbecue, brother. I never understood people are like, I have a pet cow. I'm like, that's sustenance. That's food.
What
That's
about
not
pigs?
a pet. No, that's disgusting. That's not a pet. That you're an animal if you have a pig pet. That's weird.
People do have pig pets. I don't know.
I know,
why,
and they are.
Doesn't
Have you
Ben
ever
have
met
a
those
pig?
people, man?
Who?
You
I thought
probably a
Ben
fan
had
of
a pet
Josh.
Ben had a pet pig?
pig. Doesn't Reckless Ben have
I don't know. I think
What's
it's
wrong
weird to
about
have a pet. Had a pet goats as a kid. Did you eat
They're
them?
smart.
Oh my gosh.
Did you eat it?
They're smart creatures. I mean, they're hygienically
They're cannibals, man.
gross, but
They're
yeah.
cannibals.
They're hygienically gross. So are some people I know.
Yeah. But let's catch up on some soups. Tyrannosaurus Rick. There's a lot of speculation on the outcomes, but I'll just say legal system can be quite unpredictable sometimes. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And Zan 1964 again 499. Thank you. The police acted on Josh and Ammon's false reports. Should it not come back to them? Why have they not been arrested? Again, like it's that thing. Like you can make claims, right? And unfortunately, the police did what they did, but now everything has to be proven. Okay, you can make any claim you want in the world, but then there's an investigation. Now, one thing that Reckless Ben did say in the new interview is that he said that he understands a little bit of what the police did. Like, oh, if I was a police officer, I'm getting a call that this guy is threatening me and making death threats and bomb threats and all these things. You know, we got to get this guy locked up and protect the public. So even Ben understands like the lies. Again, we know it's lies, but the lies need to be proven that it was a lie. And they claim they have proof it wasn't a lie. And that's why I think that's why they want to go to mediation. They don't want, you know, for this to keep continuing, because then they could just resolve it and that just throw money at it and that's it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's up. Yeah. What's up?
No, I was gonna say, yeah, no, they don't want Discovery, man. Discovery would be so bad.
Oh, that would be.
I want Discovery.
I
want.
It would
want
be so
Discovery as
bad
well.
for them.
Yeah. And Zan is a new member. Thank you for being a new member.
Awesome.
And Thug like
Oh, yeah.
gifted one Relic membership. Yeah. Tyrannosaurus Rick Relic Wednesday late afternoon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's coming out to see me. The phrase "burn it down to build it up." Bam, CEO. Word. And yo, that came out wrong. Gifted 10 the last Relic memberships. That's what I'm talking about.
Boom, boom.
Thank you, my man. And Rose Investigates with a 2. Bam has $1 million of outstanding Universal gift cards. Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Remember, when they shut down my store, just mine alone, people had gift cards. They had store credit. They didn't inform the public. They didn't inform social media. They didn't even inform the landlord that they shut it down.
Sheesh.
Didn't inform nobody. And so people
Google
have
too,
and,
right?
no. And here's the thing about the Heartland systems: they're not connected to the other Heartland systems. So if you have store credit at my store, you can't take that credit to somebody else's store and use it there. Yeah. And I had customers that asked me about it, and when I reached out to Brandon at the time, said to call corporate and they will resolve it. And then Adam Brimhall was one of the people that was cleaning out my store, and he would tell people that came by, like, call corporate and they'll give you the credit in a gift card or resolve it for you to spend at another location. And all these customers,
who cleaned out your store?
Adam Brimhall.
Adam Brimhall.
He's related to.
He is the son.
Else?
Reed.
Okay.
The son
Thank
of the douche.
I'm trying not to mention names, John.
Yeah, apparently, if you mention Mr. Douche Hall's name,
Get a privacy complaint.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Douche.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been a little reckless, John. We've been a little reckless.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, Bryson don't
Yeah.
like me. Bryson don't like me. He don't tolerate religious prejudice unless we're bullying Mormons. You can bully me all you want, my man. It's all good.
I'll bully him for you.
No, it's okay. I
Maybe later.
I
I
retaliate.
was talking about you, Relic.
Okay.
About you, Relic.
Oh, I'll retaliate physically. I could find you, man. You're an hour away from
That's
me.
fine.
I'll find you.
I like physical retaliation.
Yeah, it's the best. I'm like, I can't measure justice legally.
It should be
I
your
could-
podcast name from now on. Welcome back to Physical Retaliation with the
to
last
physical
Relic.
justice. Physical justice.
Yeah.
Not saying I would. I'm just saying I offered for charity to step in the ring with everybody in BAM corporate.
Frontier Justice. You're talking about Frontier Justice.
For charity. Trust me, I'm not trying to win. I'm just trying to make sure you understand ramifications.
Hell yeah. Fucking Relic threw down the gauntlet. Let's get in the mud pit and wrestle.
Not a mud pit. They'd like that, dude. You see Josh, he's a freak.
Relic's talking about Frontier Justice.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
That is something that's really cool about Oregon. I looked it up after I talked to Crystal on that one stream. Like, Oregon does have mutual combat laws.
Yeah,
And
I
multiple
know that.
states do it. Yeah. Coach, you know about mutual combat law?
That it's not illegal if you both agree
Yes.
fight.
to fight. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You just have a. I think you have to have a police officer as a ref.
A witness, yeah, something like that.
Like if you, that's why it's good to do it when against the wall, because as soon as they go down, then it's over. So with the wall, you could keep them up.
Well, apparently, I believe they have mutual combat laws in Washington State as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Word. Ooh.
Yeah. There's more
I
than
found that out from South Park, I think. I think that's literally how I found that out.
Man, if we could get a South Park episode, I really want somebody to get Afro Man to make a song about bricks and minifigs and the whole situation. Like get Afro Man and Ben, Reckless Ben talking. Coach, do you know
my
about
God,
the
what's
Afro Man case?
Not much. I know he said some crazy stuff like a month or so ago.
Oh, he's Afro Man. He's gonna say crazy stuff. Yeah. You should look up the case. I think you'll be fat. At least the when he went to court and talked about all these guys, man, it was phenomenal. He was in the America suit, and and it's because the police, they did a bunch of things they shouldn't have done, as we see, everywhere. Like I guess, and that's the thing I always point out is like, look, if there's a man with a gun that waves authority, comply until you can get a lawyer. Don't be like, in my opinion, you can know your rights all you want. Like, if somebody shoots you, I don't think your rights matter anymore. If you get shot and you can't fight, so
pick your battles, folks.
Yes,
and no win, because that's how I am. Like my dad always taught me, like, hey, look, you can keep quiet, let them arrest you, whatever, and then go and get a lawyer. Or like when I was a kid, he's like, trust the police, but don't talk to them. Just let daddy lawyer up. If anything happens at school or whatever, because one thing I found out when I was at school, when I was in high school, at least I did a little bit of high school in Brazil and in the state of Utah, and at least there, like if you are in high school and you get into a physical fight, you have to pay like an $80 fine and then go present yourself in court. Yeah, so that I don't know if it's like to scare you, because they do like a little presentation. I'm not saying I got in a fight. I just saying I saw it. I went there.
Okay. Sure.
Oh no, no! It really was. It was like a friend of mine was the one that got.
You
into
fought
a
some
fight.
Puerto Ricans, didn't you? You fought with Puerto Ricans.
No, actually, so this is how it worked, right? When I was in high school. Oh yeah. Oh, Coach, did I tell you about the Puerto Rican and Mexican that kept stabbing each other when I worked at GNC?
No.
I'll tell you the story. You'll love it. Puerto Ricans, man. But the first story is this. This was the first business I ever opened. Okay, cash business. In high school, when I found out the whole $80 fine thing, go to court, I figured out everybody who hated each other in high school, right? As many people as I could find. And then I was like, you pay me to. I had gloves. I have mixed martial arts gloves in my garage. I train, and I had a big field close to my house. And I'm like, okay, you guys pay me like $20 each, and then you guys invite whoever you want to invite, and they'll just watch. We'll make a circle, and I'll ref your guys' fight. But I did have rules, like no knees and no elbows, because it causes way too much damage. But yeah, I would ref the fights, and it was good. It was a good. Yeah, sometimes the neighbors come out. What's going on? And I'm like, no, it's organized. It's organized. We're good. And I'm just like this 14-year-old kid, like, it's all good, everybody. We good. We cool. Yeah, that was the first one. But Coach, so when I worked at GNC, right, I was at this mall called the Valley Fair Mall. Okay, and the drinks. So I was a manager, like the whole. I've told you my background. GNC was like to fix stores up and then get a new staff, train managers, and build up the store. Right. It's one of the reasons why I got into Bricks and Minifigs. So at this particular store, the mall became very ghetto, but they were trying to fix up the place. But you can't take the people out. So I was stacking drinks, and it's one of those. It's an indoor mall, so to close it's just that cage thing that comes down. And you know what I'm talking about? Just the cage wall.
Oh yeah.
But the energy
at the front
drinks,
of the store.
yeah, the energy drinks are right there. So as soon as you enter, and I'm like, oh, it's the beginning of the day. I could start doing this and greet people as they come in. Awesome. So I see it's pretty quiet in the mall. I'm stacking drinks, and I look over, and there's this Puerto Rican dude, and then he makes eye contact with this Mexican dude, right? And they just look at each other, pulled out their knives, and just started going. And I'm there on the floor. I'm like, oh no! And then like I try to quietly go and get like the hook, and I'm just bringing it down because it's loud, I'm just like, and they're like 8-10 feet in front of me, and I'm just like, oh man. And I go and lock it. And I found out, so the cops obviously came. I found out that they both made it bleeding a ton. They both made it like a mile on opposite directions before the cops caught up to him. Yeah. It was a day. It was a day. It was fun times.
That's crazy.
Tom and Jerry skit with extra violent.
Yeah. I got a call from the regional sales director. Why didn't you make any sales today? This is supposed to be a big day. No, yeah. I don't think anybody made any sales. Yeah.
That actually happened in one of I can't tell you that actually.
But that same location, my boss came to visit because there was like issues with sales, and I tried telling him about all these stories and things like that. And so then he came, right? And then he was late for our meeting for like 3 hours. And I'm like, where were you when he finally came in? He's like, I was in the parking lot and I was held hostage and I had 50 cops pointing their guns at me because he parked in the empty part of the mall and he was hearing this police chase, and this guy came and parked right next to him and tried to get in his car and pointed a gun at him. And then like all these cops surrounded him. And yeah, and then he came in. He's like, "Yeah, so that's why I was late." I'm like, "So you believe my stories now?" He's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, okay. And I told him like, because he was like, "I think you could turn this store into $1 million store." I'm like, "This is the one I cannot do, man. Unless I could stop people from stabbing each other, and I don't know, holding a gun to your head. I think I could do like 600,000 in sales at the most. But dude, like, put your bad employees in the store because I can't." Like, we got good employees there, but I'm like, I can't turn this thing around. Like, unless they get like crazy security here, it's insane. Yeah. Luckily in Florida, there's security everywhere, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did I ever show you guys this this picture right here? Hold on, I'll show you. Actually, this is the background picture right now. Check it out.
I don't think you showed that to me.
No,
It's in front of my first location. You see that Bricks and Minifigs right there?
nice.
I do.
It's a Model T.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the first cars ever. Man, it was awesome.
Is your power still out, John?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Wonder what happened.
You see that, Coach? You like that?
Yeah, man.
Does it remind you of when you were young?
Oh my god! I knew something was coming. I knew something was coming. Who's older, me or John?
That's a good question.
Ooh.
John, do you care to disclose?
I mean,
Mr. Reed
Before-
Richards.
Before he says, who do y'all think's older, me or John?
Take off the hat, Coach.
I was gonna say.
I mean, I got hat hair, but
Oh.
look, my hair's been thinning for a long time, man.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I'm
was
gonna
say.
I'm gonna get there because I lost a bunch of hair here over all the stress of the store.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Word.
wait, Coach, how
I'm trying to think.
how old are you, Coach?
Here, check this out. I'm going to show y'all something.
Oh no. It's his
I'm
OnlyFans.
starting to think it might be Coach now, but at the same time, I'm like, I know John and I know his age. So, like,
What are you gonna show us?
I'm
Careful
old enough to
before-
need readers to see right and left on the back of my earbuds. I need that. I'm like,
oh,
I can't read it.
oh,
Here you go. This is when I had hair.
oh, wow.
And this is a good reminder, everybody. Doesn't matter how ugly you are, you can get a beautiful wife
Wow.
someday.
That's a fact. That is a fact, man.
Love is truly blind. All right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You gotta do Coach like that, man. Come on.
All right, all right.
So,
I know John and I know
what's the
John.
best movie the year you were born, John?
The movie of the year.
Gone with the Wind.
Year I was born. I'm trying to think. Dang, I can't think of any good movies from the year I was born, honestly,
I've got a good one.
off the top of my head.
The best movie the year I was born was Alien.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think dang, there was no good movies that I can recall. All
might
the
be older
movies that I like around the time I was born, but not on the year I was born, were like The Warriors, Alien, couple other ones, but not. Yeah, no, I can't think of anyone specifically. From
So you were not born the year
1981.
Alien came out. Is what
No,
you're saying.
I was born in 1981.
81.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I am 79, so I win. Or do I lose? Do I lose or win?
By the way, people, he means 1979.
8. That's terrible.
Time Bandits came out in 1981. Raiders of the Lost
Time
Ark
Bandits awesome.
came out in 81.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Yes, right. Raiders of the
No
Lost-
good movie.
But 81 wasn't the
81,
best
that's
year for
probably-
movies. You're
was.
right.
It was not, but yeah, no, Raiders was good, but yeah, completely forgot about Raiders. Yeah, but I can't think of. I'm trying to think. I've been thinking this whole time. What movies came out in 81? Not really. It seems like
Excalibur came out in 81.
Oh, that's a
good one.
great movie.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Man,
I
it's phenomenal.
think what else? What else could there be though? I mean, it was
Chariots
not
of Fire.
the Chariots of Fire. Yeah, well, it's a good movie. It's just really boring.
Yeah.
It's a one time.
I actually haven't watched it.
Okay, I don't never have to.
Friday
watch
the
it.
13th Part 2.
Oh,
Friday the 13th is that old?
American
Friday
Werewolf
13th
in
been out
London.
since like 78, I think. The first Friday 13th or 79. No.
Yeah,
First Friday
so-
13th came out in 1988.
But in
It
all
came out
honesty,
80.
Coach, when you said 79, I'm like, you're not 79 years old. Like, that's what went through my thought. I'm like, that's what
No,
went
it
through
took me
my
a
brain.
minute too.
Yeah,
It took
I was
me a
like,
minute too.
So it's
Yeah.
funny, man. Like my students look at me like I'm so old. And I'm like, just a couple years ago, I was the young teacher.
Yeah.
It's funny how fast it changes.
yeah.
Like it changes fast. I don't see myself the way they see me. That whole residual self-image from the Matrix, I get
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because
Oh, you know what's annoying when kids start saying the late 1990s? I'm like, get the hell out of here.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, thank you, Bryson. Appreciate that.
but Coach, is your you talked about at the school you work at that one of the teachers does like pre-law.
Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna do the whole bricks and minifigs
I
stuff?
think there's a chance that they do a case study on it. Yeah.
Man, dude, I'll fly out just for that. Well, actually, I'll probably drive.
Yeah.
Can't afford a
I
ticket.
understand.
Yeah. I'll drive out and I'll just be in the class. I'm like, what's up, guys? What do you guys want to know?
You don't want
What do you want to know?
I was gonna say.
Oh
fucking
my
guest speaker, Relic.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Forrest Gump and Shawshank Redemption and Pulp Fiction. Bangers.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what are you saying? Oh my gosh, too, man.
That last super chat. Oh my gosh.
All right, we'll catch up on a few super chats,
Oh.
which is awesome. Everybody, thank you for super chatting. It's awesome. It's you have no idea how much I appreciate it, and my wife does too.
Yes.
Captain Transparency.
Transparency.
That was from our video. Yeah. Captain Transparency.
You got
Reed
fancy.
Brimhall.
Hell yeah.
And then Tyrannosaurus Rick with the 20,
There he
my
is.
man. There's a lot of chats about religion / Mormons. Truth, there are good and bad people in every religion. Do we crucify the good ones because bad people give the religion a bad name? God has a remnant everywhere.
Yeah.
Well said. Remember, they crucified Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, did they have a choice?
That is
They did
a
not.
long conversation.
No,
But
it's
I was
simple.
like,
It was prophecy had to be fulfilled.
Yes. Not,
He was going to be crucified.
yes. I'm just saying.
So that means God created them to do that evil. Whoa. How will they be judged? I don't know. Don't ask me.
I don't think he created them to do that evil. I think he understood that they would, just like he understood that Adam and Eve wouldn't follow all the rules because of innocence or
So you don't
ignorance
think
and all
that God created Judas to do specifically what he did? Interesting.
I don't think so, because one of the one gifts he gave us was our free will.
Do we all have that?
Well, in terms of
really
what?
that's really putting a limit on God, isn't it?
No,
Yeah, sure it is.
no. I think he's giving us freedom, and then if we would like him to bless us,
if he chooses to give us that freedom, I don't think. See, I think God is sovereign. Means there is no shortage of power. There's nothing that he cannot do.
Yeah.
So, and the whole potter has the right over the clay. I do believe that he created people to carry out certain things, whether those be good or bad. Like even beyond the Bible, I think Martin Luther was chosen by God to do what he did with the Reformation.
I think he might choose people, but he cannot create evil. He created Lucifer, but he didn't create Satan. Lucifer created Satan.
Well,
We're supposed to be creatures of creation.
okay, so that's going to open up a whole nother theological debate then. There is good and there is evil.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bible tells us that the only good is those who has refuge in Christ.
Mm-hmm.
God created all of us.
Yes.
So, and in Genesis, one of the verses says, "An evil spirit from the Lord." And think about the Passover.
Well, what's the I need to study that part more, but
God is not confined to our laws of time, space, and matter.
agree. Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
That's also why I pointed out the whole,
I know.
Garden of Eden.
I wasn't even going there. Yeah, I agree.
No, like obviously we don't have to get into this stream, but I think it would be a fun time to talk about. I love talking about religious stuff. But I always point out, like, when you study, it's super important to understand ancient Hebrew and the language that is used when they write. Just like turn the other cheek. A lot of people don't know that means, like, don't let anybody disrespect you, because how somebody slaps you is usually a sign of disrespect. And what he's saying is, like, turn the other cheek, so that at least when they slap you, they have to respect you, because you're gonna get slapped. So it's not like, oh yeah, be submissive and just let people wail on you.
Right.
Justice needs to be served. But yes, $4.99 from Nim Ethla. I hope I said that right. When you said Coach had cheeks or something or another, I thought the other.
Oh no, that's the key.
Hey, that can never replace Coach's cheeks, though. Remember, the man with the cheeks created those cheeks.
Oh no.
So
wait, how old is your mom?
Oh no.
Just kidding.
What?
Just kidding.
I knew it.
Oh, you're gonna get there, bro. Oh, you thought the religious conversation was gonna get spicy. Oh, we're about to serve some physical justice. Where do you live again? Where do you live again, Coach?
Frontier justice.
Oh,
Say
no.
frontier.
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry.
Guys, you won't see me going on live next week because I'm gonna go on a road trip.
You should say frontier justice. Frontier. Just like the olden days. That sounds cool.
Oh man.
What do you guys know about What do you guys know about Evel Knievel?
Motorcycle dude got hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear this?
Yeah, had a toy line.
Everything. Yeah. Toy line. Yeah.
So
there was on Toy Story.
Yep. Well, they did a mock up of him in Toy Story, but yeah, no, there's because you were talking about physical justice. There, it reminded me of this story about Evel Knievel, because back in the day, Evel Knievel had this guy follow him around to write like his second autobiography. It's this guy that followed him, or I should say, a second biographical book on him. But this book was about Evel Knievel being on tour. So the guy was basically following him around as he went around the country doing stunts and stuff. And the thing was, the guy, while he was writing about the stuff that Evel Knievel was doing, he wasn't just writing about the stunts. He was writing about the stuff that Evel Knievel was doing privately as well. The fact that Evel Knievel was taking women back to his trailer that were not his wife. And he put it all in his book. He put it all in his book. And the thing was, prior to the book being published, you know, basically the contract that Evel Knievel signed was that basically all this, anything that the guy wrote about could be disclosed. So when the book was published and the business was out there, right, that Evel Knievel was cheating on his wife, even though his wife already knew. She had already known for years that he cheated on her. The thing was, Evel Knievel took exception to the fact that it was put in print. So he got so pissed at the guy that wrote the book that he waited for him in an alleyway outside of his house, and he beat the living shit out of him with a baseball bat. Broke both the guy's arms. And the reason he did it, and the thing was, he obviously got arrested. And when he was in front of the judge, you know, Evel Knievel said, I did it. And I would do it again. Because he was mad that the guy actually wrote the truth about what he was doing.
Crazy.
I hope Brandon doesn't do that with the BAM map. I'm mad that you told the truth about the operations manual.
Man, you just can't trust people anymore. I just saw on Facebook the other day, just mindlessly scrolling, this man. Some of you have probably seen it. This man had a dirt bike for sale in his front yard, nice neighborhood. And this younger guy, teenager or guy in his young 20s, he walks up and he's trying to buy it with fake cash.
Oh, my.
Well, the guy realizes that it's fake cash, so he's following the kid down the sidewalk, just blistering him, just screaming at him, going off on him. And the kid's like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. And he kept following the guy. The kid turned around, pulled a gun, and emptied the clip in that man and killed him.
Oh,
And the man's wife is running down the street to her dead husband. Like, it was the most shocking, heartbreaking thing. That's the world that we live in now. And the thing is like, me seeing that video is not as shocking today as it would have been 10 or 20 years ago. Yeah. Because now you see that stuff all the time, man. The worst of humanity is on social media and glorified and displayed at all times.
Oh, yeah, we're desensitized, for sure.
Exactly. Great word. We are desensitized, 100%.
I think video, it would probably get to me. When I was a kid, I remember I was 5. We came to the U.S., and I was going to kindergarten, right? And my dad, like, knelt down, and he was like, all right, when you go to school.
I'm sorry. The chat made me laugh.
No, you're good. This is also a funny story. I was like, all right, I was
total A-fall.
Remember, I was
hilarious.
5 years old. 5 years old.
Okay.
When you go to school, as soon as somebody puts a gun in your face, don't look at them in the eyes. Just give them everything. But if you feel something's off, look at them in the eyes, and you'll know if they're going to kill you or not. Then you have to act. I was 5 years old. And my mom was looking at my dad like, what is wrong with you, you psychopath? It's like, we're in America now. He's like, so what? Because my dad always taught us that, like, hey, you don't know what people are going to do, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. So, like, there was this story. It was here. I think it was a comedian that, like, he said it was, like, the first time he ever told his wife to, like, shut the up because they were in a line and this group of hooligans came in and just cut the line. And his wife wanted to say something like, no, don't talk to those people. And then the couple in front of us, the lady said something and was like, hey, you cut the line. And they just knocked her out cold, laughed and walked away. And he was like, some people are just ready to throw their lives away, just whenever.
Right.
They don't care. They don't care.
Especially nowadays, especially the youth now, they're crazy. They're fucking crazy guys. Like, no one talks. Well, they do talk about it, but yeah, they're crazy. It's like,
totally. Yeah. Okay, now I get why. It's like, oh, you click on the stream, we're talking about bricks and minifigs, but then it's like religion and coach being my dad and what. This is their goal, is to get us to not talk about them
More.
no, but yeah, it's again, don't ever trust nobody. Like, it's great to have people in their better nature, but John, did you just put two different? What's going on, John? Hold on. Okay.
He's trying to come back. His power probably came back.
All right.
Yo,
There
there we
he is.
I was
go.
like,
Power's
There
back.
he is.
Okay, so I'll kick that one from studio. Yeah, kick guest.
There
Okay,
you go.
cool.
Boom.
Awesome. But I guess we could go a little bit on the topic of bricks and minifigs, all based off that. Again, when I met these guys, never could I have imagined they were like this, or they were gonna do all these things, right? But like in the topic of not being able to trust people, you don't know. Like I told my dad once when this stuff was happening, he's like, "No, but you have your contract and stuff," and I'm like, "Dad, because my dad, even though he was a CFO for 21 years, he worked for a very honest company. My dad's always been a very honest guy." And he's like, "No, this is what contracts are made for." I'm like, "Dad, all contracts is for you to protect yourself from whoever has the most money. And if you're the one with the most money, you can do whatever you want. The contract means nothing because you're a bully. It don't matter."
Yeah.
And it was like, it wasn't like eye-opening to him. He understood it, but it's just like he couldn't wrap his head around like what. Just like everybody, we all don't like these people, but we don't.
No.
There's nothing to understand. There's nothing to wrap your head around. There's nothing no logic to base off. Like, even the operations manual, who in their right mind would write it like this? I want to know who's the writer. Like, did they have a
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
funny that you say that, because there is a AI generated response
Yes.
in the in the operations manual.
Yep.
So you know who wrote it? AI wrote it.
Well, who typed it? Oh, probably Ammon.
I don't know.
Right, as if a human was writing this AI, like Grok, Grok. He's like, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir."
Pretend you are a human. Please write something about children.
Think like a human and not like whatever he's called them. I can't even remember what he says. What did he say?
As soon
they
as he
were?
types
Reading
in,
level.
as soon as Ammon types in AI, they ask him, "Are you a robot?"
So what? If I am. No.
Grok,
I can
write
see
this, but don't sound like Mark Zuckerberg.
He goes to a different fucking AI. He's like, "What do you do when the AI asks you?"
Some people are
No.
so opposed to AI. Like,
Yeah.
we got a comment on one of our videos today that said, "You use an AI thumbnail, I'm unsubscribing," and I'm like, okay. That
It
My
happens.
my
I
rebuttal.
like my thumbnails.
Yeah,
Like,
I think they're nice.
Okay.
My rebuttal to that, everybody that's like, "Man, I'm so sick of all these AI thumbnails." I'm like, "But you clicked on it, didn't you?"
yeah, you clicked on it and look around, and what do you think it's going to be like 5 years from now?
Yep.
Now trust.
It's a tool.
What is it?
Everybody's using it as a tool. You know,
It's a tool.
so
It's a good
that's
tool.
it. It's a great tool. It's a great
It's a
tool.
great tool.
But it can't do the thinking for you. And that's what
No. Yeah.
that's the problem that we have in schools.
That's why I like my thumbnail so much. You guys saw it with Judge
Yeah, I
Dredd
saw-
as the
Yeah.
judge, and then just
good.
says his name is
That's
just
pretty good.
Bam Sucks, and it's just Reckless Ben and Ammon.
Yep. I saw it.
That
Good
was
stuff.
my
I
that was
like
from my brain. It wasn't AI,
Good.
but
Good
AI
shit.
polished it. Yeah,
AI can
Word.
come up with anything you want it to.
son.
That word is true.
This is the most. What's your infatuation with me, man? Does your wife know you're doing this?
No, but I should tell her.
You
I was gonna
should
say.
tell
I thought he was gonna be like, it was
So
her
remember
idea.
that night,
Yeah.
somebody told me that they wanted me to generate an image of me over the Sarlacc pit. So I did. And then I put Nick in it.
It looked like he
Relic
going
was
into
on
a
there, and I'm like,
butthole.
I didn't want to leave him out.
Oh, you should have left me out.
So, but I changed the prompt slightly and told him that I wanted his ass to look like the Sarlacc pit. And it did it.
Not, but I already knew he loved me. Like, you guys should see the amount of hearts this man sends me.
Oh,
You
word.
sent me one today.
I did, because I'm like, I need to know that he knows I'm talking about him and Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again,
My wife was like, "What are you laughing about?" I said, "Nothing."
no, I'm doing drugs. No, you should see some of Coach's texts. It's like he's breaking up with you. We need to talk.
Yeah. What is it?
You got some time? Like what?
So I
What
don't
happened?
I don't do the pleasantries. I don't say hello.
You don't do the small talk.
I go right to, you know.
No, I
Yeah.
get that, but it's like it's a text, bro.
Yeah.
Like if I was your employee, I'd be like, "Am I getting fired? What's happening?"
Yeah, you're like, "Is everything okay?" Like you asked me that. Here,
You're always
I'm looking.
concerned.
And then he just sends a heart. Yeah, everything's fine. I'm like, oh, okay, word. Yeah, that's a problem I have. Like my employee said, I text like a psychopath because it's just for information. And funny enough, so the one I interviewed, Devin, one of my old employees. I don't know if you guys saw that interview. He called me the same day everybody else was calling me when I did my mad stream. And I was like, yo, what's going on? He's like, oh, I'm just calling to see how you're doing, man. I'm like, did somebody call you? He's like, no. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out.
I'm not even reading those text messages out loud.
Don't,
Yeah,
dude, don't
they
do
all
it.
started coming back to my memory like,
They're
oh,
incriminating.
yeah.
That's why I have,
Crew.
dude, I have all this. And when your wife, hey, if you cross the line, coach, your wife
Yeah,
is
I'm
gonna know
telling you.
everything.
Yeah. Mm.
If you cross the line.
Don't do it, coach.
Yeah, man, it's funny. It's funny. And Nick, I don't think I've even texted Nick. He just calls. He just calls and then like he'll rant about whatever thing he's pissed at, and then you'll get into whatever conversation.
So yeah, I texted Nick this morning at 7:30 and said, "I've got a video lined up for us. Holler at me when you wake up."
Boom.
3:30, I'm calling him. Like 8 hours later, I'm calling him, and he doesn't answer. And he calls me back an hour later, and
he
he's
hungover?
like, "Dude, I've been drinking all day. I haven't been to sleep yet." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'll do the flipping video myself." And he's like, yeah, I can't do it today. And I was like, "I know."
Oh, that's why he's not on stream today.
Oh yeah. I'm like, "When are you going home?" And he's like, "Tomorrow." I said, "Well, you better take care of your body and get some rest, you know."
Gotta rest up.
So he's finally heading back home.
Well, so what's the schedule gonna be like? Because you're going back to school next week.
Yeah.
And this part 4, you're like, obviously you're gonna still continue the story and follow Bricks and Minifigs,
yeah.
but it's part 4, the last of the
The
BAM.
4-part series,
Yeah.
since it's part 4. Yeah.
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 The finale.
That's how it works.
Well, wait, I didn't know it was a 4-part series. That's because you put like part 1 and then
We've
like
been saying
a bunch
it's a
of
4-part series.
you put like
from,
5 videos in front of part 1 and then part 2 and then another 5 videos and part 3.
Well,
like,
I
don't know
mean,
how- I don't know what the parts are.
Other stuff happens, you know, but it's a 4-part
Other stuff.
investigative miniseries. Here, let me just show you. Do you mind if I show you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh shit.
Hey, look, I'm
You're fine. You're fine.
I have a life.
To answer your question, I go back to school on Tuesday, and obviously the videos are going to slow down. It doesn't mean that we can't do them.
Yeah.
So there's part 1, Reed Brimhall. Part 2, the money. Part 3, the association, and then part 4 is a reform test, and we have a very special interview that will play throughout that episode
Heck yeah.
Nice.
from someone not seen on camera to this point. A new
been a
player,
6 series.
if you will.
Great series.
A new player.
Yeah. Yeah, so this has been really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well,
thank you.
when you said new player, I thought of Mortal Kombat. Like
I thought
a
of
new,
Smash Brothers.
a new foe has appeared, has arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A new challenger. But
The
no, y'all
so-
y'all been killing it. It's a great series. Yeah.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. But, you know, now we going back to school, so I drive a bus full time. So my bus route starts around 6:30 in the morning. So I am going to try to be disciplined enough to wake up early enough to go to the gym, come home, get ready, leave here around 6:15, get to the bus yard, drive my route, teach my 6 history classes, drive my route again, and then I'm home by 4:45. That's my Monday through Friday. So for us to be able to continue Nick has to take more of a role in planning what we're going to cover. I can't come home and sit in front of the computer for an hour or two looking to see what we're going to do. Yeah. That has to already be done. So I could come here, eat dinner, sit down, make the video, and then crash.
I have a question for you, because obviously this all happened, you're already out of school.
Yeah.
But do you know, at least in your opinion, or do you work at a high school, junior high? What?
I teach 10th grade.
10th grade. Okay. So do you know if like your students are aware of this story? Because they would.
Some of them will be. Yeah. Not most of them. Like if you walk around in public, guys, and ask about, if you walk up to somebody and say brick by brick, they're going to look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's not on the radar to that level. It is to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was covered on Fox News like once, you know? So, but the thing is like if public pressure maintains, it could explode and be even bigger. We will definitely have students in the building that knows about it, and they'll probably even know, hey, that 10th grade history teacher down the hall is in those videos, or I've seen something.
I've seen
videos. Get called to the principal's office.
Now, what's funny is like I tell the students on the first day of school, I'm like, I got my own hobbies, guys, and there's things that Coach likes to do that's not school all the time. So going to the gym, playing disc golf, doing some stuff on YouTube, and then they'll always be like, you have a YouTube channel? And I'm like, yeah. And they were like, how many subscribers do you have? And I'll be like, 45. And they'll start laughing.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, 45. And I said, 1,000. And then they're like,
oh, big time does. He big timed us.
Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. 8,000, whatever,
Yeah.
It's the best one.
They're just not expecting that, especially, when you're the old man that they think that I am. I'm not, by the way. I am ripe, like somebody said earlier.
No.
Have you ever caught a student like that didn't like you and then just came into your chat like, you suck, coach?
No.
It'll happen. Don't worry about it.
Sometimes they have gotten on my nerves showing up though. Yeah. And so I had another channel. I've never talked about this on a live stream before.
Oh, breaking news, people.
I had another channel, and this is like 3 or 4 years ago. I rebranded my own personal channel, and I started covering news and politics. Well, there was a movie coming out called Sound of Freedom. And I started covering all the controversy behind the movie on this new channel. That channel exploded, bro. Like, I think it hit it went from 2,000 subscribers to 40,000. I had 3 million views in June.
That's awesome.
And it was wow. It absolutely exploded. I don't know why I'm telling y'all this story. Oh, so the reason I'm telling you this story, there's a lot of things that I talked about on that channel covering politics and news that I did not need my students to see.
Yeah.
Because I'm giving commentary, the kind of commentary that could potentially get me in trouble as a public educator.
Yeah.
It could be twisted. The things that I was saying could be twisted to make me look like something that I'm not. So I unlisted all of the videos on the channel, and I completely walked away from the channel, and now it's a dead channel, and I make absolutely no content on it whatsoever. And you would never know, you wouldn't be able to find it. I mean, and know that one, that's me, and two, you wouldn't be able to see any of the content on it.
Is it something you want to pick back up when you retire or no?
I don't know if I will pick that particular channel up. I'll probably start brand new and fresh.
Would you ever like repost those videos like on Echo Base
No.
Network or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't, because they are more time sensitive.
Okay.
So I was just responding and giving commentary to basically daily news and things. But
Yeah.
it was a lot of faith-based things.
Yeah.
And like that was a big focus on that channel. I would report on a group of missionaries that something bad happened in South Africa or something, you know, and I would report on that and offer commentary. When I retire, I will still do Echo Base Network with Nick, but I will probably do a channel on my own again. You
Awesome.
know,
But
that'll be
it
something different than what me and Nick are doing.
Yeah.
You know,
So would you still utilize that channel and just rename it, rebrand it, all that?
I don't know. So it's funny. Nick and I have like 7 channels. And some of them, like,
again, big time in us.
like one of them's got like 30,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Another one's got like 12,000. But we're not making content on those right now. I don't have time.
It's hard.
Echo Base Network has taken so much time this summer. I couldn't imagine trying to run another channel right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no time for that.
Yeah, I've done
There really
the
isn't.
multiple channels thing too. You know, this is the main one, of course, but yeah, I've done the multiple channels things too, and honestly, and this is one that I've had since 2011. You know, and it's
This is
just
the only one.
again, it was always
have.
yeah, it was one of those things of just really doing it very as a hobby. You know, just really as a hobby. It was never really a full time thing.
Because
So
like, what is it? I don't have multiple channels, but I've been a part of multiple channels, if that makes sense. I've always mostly just been like the co-host, the best co-host.
yes,
as I
the
said.
best co-host. 100%.
But like, yeah, no. So like, what is it? I think what is it? This is the only channel I've known you to have, John. This is the one I met you on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I have
we reached out to you for an interview. Remember that? I think that's
Yeah.
how I met you,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yep.
Yeah, this like my channel is like a variety channel, so I know I'm shooting myself in the foot, but I don't want to make multiple channels. And you know, as
It's a
some
pain.
people, like a lot of people know that I started this in the store at Bricks and Minifigs. It was interesting because Bricks and Minifigs never figured that out. When I had one other channel for the store called Bam Rebel Command that people could still find. There's 4 videos on it. It was doing well for like a beginning channel. I think like the first video had 100 views, you know, like I was expecting no views. And yeah, but like corporate was just all over my butt on naming it like something that they wanted. And I'm like, yeah, but then we're just going to be like every other loser
Yeah.
that has a Bricks and Minifigs channel because their channels suck.
It's not going to be
Super hard.
different.
Yeah.
I got onto YouTube simply because Nick wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I had no
That's
ambition.
funny.
It didn't sound interesting to me. I don't know a thing about it.
That's funny.
And he was like, "Come on, dude, let's make a Star Wars channel." And I'm like, "Well, what are we going to talk about?"
Star Wars.
And he's like, "Everything." And I'm like, "Okay." Man, if y'all could have
That's
seen the
really
first
funny.
live streams, they were so bad. We're like,
Oh,
"Is
man.
it working? Can you hear me? Hello?"
That's so
Oh
funny.
my gosh, somebody's in chat. Like we've no clue what we were
John,
doing.
does that remind you of anybody?
Yep.
That's literally Crow and I. Like
Yep.
that's like Crow. I was like, Crow, you need to start a channel. He's like, but why? I was like, so you can make your stories and you
Yeah.
just make the
Dude,
videos.
I-
Instead.
One of the reasons I wanted to do YouTube was because of the comic book shop. My local comic book shop got shot up way back when.
Oh,
And
sheesh.
yeah, and I missed, like, obviously comic book shops started closing down. And it's also the other reason I wanted to do a Bricks and Minifigs, you know, do a store, right? Was to kind of get that feel back of like a community coming back, people talking, about superheroes and everything, because Lego changed around 2001 when they took over Star Wars as an IP. They became less of like Lego has their own stuff and more like we do Lego but with IPs, and then we sprinkle our own little creations. Now they kind of come back to it because a lot of fans have been asking to bring back Castle or the space, classic space of Lego, all that stuff. And funny enough, that's actually kind of the formula I used that corporate wasn't a fan of when I was building the store. I was like, we need to bring people in that are collectors because that's where the big money is. You know, we need to also cater to the kids. It's great. You know, like I remember my comic book shop started having like board games or, you know, card games and stuff like that for people to buy, and some toys here and there. But I was like, yo, like this is how I'm gonna do the store, and it was increasing in sales quite a freaking bit. And we eventually achieved that where we got a TV in, people could play video games, hang out, just chill. Like there would be days where like the first few hours nobody's buying anything because there's like 30 people in the store just talking, just hanging out, and everybody eventually left with something. So it was also weird because when they saw my numbers, sometimes it would be like, how'd you make like $2,000 in like a 30-minute period? I was like, oh, they hung out for hours. And then because I was like, no sales to there, and then like sales only like a few hours after that, you know, and then sprinkled in a few like $20 sales or $30 sales, all that. But it was it was one of the reasons for the YouTube channel.
No, see, with this channel, like I said, I had always wanted. I could have started a lot sooner, but I kept procrastinating on it. And the thing was, like, because I could have started. I've had a channel since 2006, so I could have started pretty early on, but I kept procrastinating on it, and then I just finally pulled.
Well, you guys came back because of the bricks and minifigs, right?
We came back because we had taken a hiatus. Because the thing is, but prior to that, and this is something I would like to get back to. Prior to that, I was doing like retrospectives and stuff like that here on the channel, commentary sprinkled in there. But the retrospectives is probably something I would like to get back to at some point in time because I enjoy doing that kind of work. You know, documentary retrospective type of.
I like that too.
Type of content because it's honestly, and it opened a lot of opportunities for me too once I started doing that, because there's people that noticed that work, and it, you know, I was actually able to work on a bigger, you know, project with an actual professional crew and all that. So, and I've made a lot of friends in the space too, you know, much bigger channels than.
That's one of the best parts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people you meet.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Like me and Relic are,
like
this now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought he was going to put the profile picture on. Like,
I thought he was going to flip me off.
That's not what it was.
It's like, we're like this now. I'm like, oh, word.
Yeah. Boom. Oh.
That's what too. I mean, yes, I mean, Ormet met through here, and then you know, then it's just like, you know, oh wait, you live in Florida too? Oh shoot, we need to hang out.
And that's how I met you guys.
We met through
and being able to meet eventually in like real life.
Yes.
Like we just had a convention that we went to. It's a Star Wars fan convention.
Nice.
In Nashville, and my buddy, I didn't even know he was coming. WDW Pro came, and
nice.
Like we took pictures and got to hang out. Like it's just been been real fun.
Yeah, we're hanging out with Yellow Flash a couple months back.
Yeah,
finally got to meet him for the first time. We had been friends for years, but hadn't met until just
you
know, earlier this year. We were just hanging out.
Awesome.
It's better than Facebook.
Out the entire weekend. Yeah. It was good times. Yeah, just
there's no real people on Facebook. Only on YouTube. But the I kind of want to touch a little bit more on the bricks of minifigs.
Let's go. Let's get them.
Situation.
Let's get them.
Well, like,
Toma.
So, Coach, you just said that they are in mediation, yeah? Or
that's what I've been told.
That's what you've been told. Okay. From
by more than one.
Oh, really?
and that it started on sometime around the 23rd.
I'm not surprised to
Interesting.
hear that.
So, if you guys were to predict how much longer do you think all this is gonna go on for?
In the
I
short
have
term?
no idea. Reckless Ben just made a video saying that they want $10 million for every person from every person.
Yeah, yeah.
So if there's truth to that,
In the
I
short
mean,
term,
he had that interview
Mm-hmm.
during mediation, so that doesn't look too good.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
In
Oh, yeah.
in the short term, I mean, possibly a couple months. I doubt it though. I mean, the thing is, they know Bricks and Minifigs. They know that those causes of actions, not all of them are going to be actionable. They're not going to be able to. They
Mhm.
might, if they're lucky, they might get maybe a couple of them to get through.
Well, the
before they have to
reason why
complain.
I thought that was important was because, like, this is the only way Bricks and Minifigs is gonna make money.
Yeah, that's probably yeah, but at this, and maybe that's all they care about at this point is just to get themselves a nice little lump sum, and then just be like, all right, well, our reputation is never going to recover, but at least if we could get some money, we could take this golden parachute out.
But here's the problem with all that, and the public saying that
Yep.
they're suffering. We're sticking it to them. They're not even going to be able to sell these franchisees when they close down. They're ruined. Well, everybody's already reported on it.
Mm-hmm.
Reed Bunghole has very deep pockets,
Yep.
and he saves them every time they need saving.
Yep.
So don't assume that that's not going to happen again.
They could they could be
Yeah.
that stubborn, yeah.
Yeah, if he
They might
likes
just
the
write it out.
spot, like for instance, like I've made that point before, and somebody asked me once, like, yeah, but then why would they shut down your location? It's because they'll approve anything, in my opinion. They'll approve anything, but if they like your spot, they'll go for it. And here's what I've had some talks, as you guys know. I won't say who, but there are Bricks and Minifigs owners that want other people to go against BAM so they could terminate them and they could buy their location. Like Josh and Brandon aren't the only ones anymore that could keep buying other people's location.
Right.
Like there's people with money. Like like people need to understand that Bricks and Minifigs, all the franchisees, not all of them are like put their life savings in this or care about the community. There's a lot of them who only care about the bottom line, who only care about money. They don't care what it says in the operations manual. They don't care. They don't care about me and you. They don't care about the customer. They'll pretend to. They'll go in, put their customer service face, and do all this stuff. So I think one of the goals of Bricks and Minifigs, and again, all this speculation, my opinion, all that commentary, whatever. I think one of the reasons they're continuing with this is to get people mad enough to leave, so that all these other people that have deeper pockets can buy existing Bricks and Minifigs because it's all laid out.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Zach Giles owns the Bricks and Minifigs in Orem, Utah. But I've also got here that Ammon and Matthew McNeff are co-owners of a franchisee in Orem since 2017.
Yeah, that was their first spot, the Orem location.
Yeah.
That's the spot where where you saw in the body cam footage of him like wanting a shotgun and all that. That's his
training
spot. Yeah, that's where they do the training. It's a weird layout of a store, super weird. But yeah, that was their first store ever. So they keep it around. I don't know its sales. I don't know any of that.
Yeah, nothing would surprise me with them at this point because it's pretty clear that, to me at least, that they don't really care about the public backlash, right? If they did, they would have handled themselves differently. They don't really seem to care.
John, I don't know if Tavea said this to you guys, but she told us in our very first interview, this is her opinion, that Reed Brimhall doesn't care about Bricks and Minifigs. that he is the majority owner, and he basically did that to give his children something to do. So when they need money, he gives them money. But he doesn't care about the controversy or any of the stuff that's going on. Like it doesn't bother him at all.
Yeah, in the training, when I went out there, he talked about how like one of the reasons he opened up a Bricks and Minifigs was because he has an autistic kid.
Yes.
And he wanted to give him an opportunity to work. But from what it sounds like, he wants to just baby all his family members. Like his brother-in-law got a job as a manager or something like that. Or his son-in-law got a job as a manager.
He did. And his son works for corporate.
And his son works for corporate.
And that's one of the things that's been said about him. That's a good thing, that he cares very deeply for his family. Like that's, that's commendable.
You don't screw over other people. You shouldn't screw over other people.
I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that. And him not caring about the bad actions of the corporation makes him complicit.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, the other thing too, it seems like with Reed Brimhall in the situation, because you guys reached out to him, Coach, and he never answered. He never gave you guys a clear.
No, he replied twice.
But he never gave a clear answer, right?
No, he was like, so we sent him the letter, the email to his personal email address.
Yeah.
That we weren't supposed to have. We sent him a letter through the proper channels and didn't get a response. So Nick freaking sent it to his personal email. We got a response an hour later. And he said something to the effect of, I'm happy to help. Let me know exactly what questions you would like to ask. If I could see those, I could go ahead and basically get started. So Nick sent him all the questions. And he replied, we're live streaming. And this is happening. I'm seeing this go down. Nick, I could see the look on Nick's face in the middle of the live stream. And I know Nick that well. I know something's going on. And then he said something in private chat, and I was the only other person in there, I think. And it said, oh shit, Reed Brimhall just responded, dude, go look now. And I'm like, I'm just running the stream, everything's normal here, situation normal. So I go and look, and I see their dialogue back and forth. Nick is off camera, so people are looking at my face. And I was just like, follow up with him. So he replied after Nick sent the questions. He replied and he said, give me the evening to look these over, and I will reach back out to you tomorrow. And we were like, look forward to it. Thank you. Never heard a word.
Tomorrow never came. Well, because I think, here's the thing. Even he might not care about the backlash, but he probably he has to be aware of what. This is me theorizing, of course. I'm purely speculating here. He has to know what's going on. He's probably like, let's see here. Oh, let's see what's happening.
Do y'all want to know the questions that we asked him?
Damn it. I mean, if you want to share.
Dude, this is what Nick sent him. But it was legit, because this is what we wanted to know.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Look, all right. Oh yeah, we sent him more emails too. That he didn't. We asked him about the Taylor Lego C. No reply. Okay, all right, here we go. He said, would it be possible to get a list of specific questions from you? And Nick said, thank you for your reply. I will put something together and get it to you as soon as I can. Should have it later to you tonight, or should have it to you later tonight. And then Nick said, Reed, thank you for being willing to review the questions. I want to be fair and accurate, so I'll keep them specific. Before you answer, I want to clarify attribution. Before you answer, are your responses on the record and quotable for our video live stream? If any answer is background only or not for publication, please clearly mark that before answering. Do y'all want to see the questions? Because I'll show you.
Sure.
Yeah. Let me...
Yeah, like I heard the same thing about Douche Hall, is that he doesn't care.
Okay.
He doesn't give a damn. And
So
but he's being
these-
smart, being quiet.
These are the questions
That's the best thing.
that we sent Mr. Bunghole. Can you confirm your current role or ownership interest, if any, in Bricks and Minifigs BAM franchising? Do you currently have an ownership interest in the Boise, Idaho Bricks and Minifigs store? Multiple sources have told us you may be the majority or controlling shareholder. We have not independently verified that through public records. Is that accurate? If not, can you clarify your relationship with BAM franchising? What was your role, if any, with BAM franchising or any Bricks and Minifigs locations during the period when Brian Mansell Oregon Lego collection situation occurred? When did you first become aware of the RecklessBen Brian Mansell Bricks and Minifigs controversy? From your perspective, has this situation been accurately represented publicly, or are there any major facts being misunderstood? What would you say to Bricks and Minifigs franchise owners who feel their stores are being affected by the broader controversy involving the company and its leadership? From your perspective, what has BAM leadership done well, and what, if anything, should have been handled differently? Has BAM communicated with franchisees or taken any steps to address reputational damage, customer concerns, or confusion related to the controversy? Is there any internal review, audit, leadership change, policy change, or franchisee communication taking place as a result of the controversy? Do you believe the company should publicly release more information to help clarify the facts, especially around inventory, payments, ownership, and corporate decision-making? Some sources have raised concerns about whether ownership and franchise stakeholders received a full and timely understanding of the seriousness of the controversy as it developed. We are not presenting that as a fact, but we want to give you an opportunity to respond. From your perspective, was communication within BAM timely, accurate, and complete? And it keeps going. I don't have to read the other questions. You get the gist of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty simple stuff, like pretty good stuff.
I mean, answer
Like
those. And
it's
the
nothing
thing
like
is,
I gotcha, you know.
we know some of those answers now because other developments have occurred.
Yeah.
You know, but at the time of writing this, no one knew.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, like a lot of people, like I'm putting a list together of everybody who supports Ammon and corporate. Everybody at corporate supports what Ammon's doing, by the way.
Yeah.
Every single person there.
Well, it behooves
And-
them too, right?
And yeah, and Mr. Dushal, he
Too many
has-
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He has more than one store. It isn't
Yeah.
just the Idaho location.
No.
You know, like I know one that here in Florida that just turned into a corporate location not too long ago, and there's multiple locations in like, yeah. Unfortunately, and again, I'm gonna expose them, but all I'm gonna say, like, don't go after them. All I'm gonna say is like, these are the ones that support Ammon.
Don't
Have
F with
fun.
justice. Great idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to email Reed Brimhall tonight and ask him what his favorite set is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Vegas it is. Yep.
What's your favorite set?
Like I said,
See if I get a
Yeah,
reply.
I think he solved the questions that you were asking, and he was just like he's seeing how everything is played out and how Ammon and Matt to a lesser extent are getting dragged through the mud. He was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck that."
Well, also
He
remember,
didn't want any
like
part of it, dude.
it's
Yeah.
also
he knew
possible.
the questions were legit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's also possible that like he just thought Coach or anybody like, oh, they're on YouTube. They're just these dumb YouTubers, just like
Yeah.
how they
Mm.
treated Ben and stuff like that.
Maybe,
Sorry.
maybe,
And
but I
then-
think.
yeah,
But think about it like this: there would be no in this probably from his perspective to there's probably no upside for him to answer those questions because then
yeah,
he's probably going to look at they're going to try to Ammon and Matt said that they've doxed them, harassed them, they've called family members of theirs. I don't want any of that, so
well, it's also
I'm not gonna say
possible that
anything.
he vetted through his lawyers because he's not
Yeah,
an idiot.
that too. No, of course not.
You know,
Obviously, yeah, no, you don't get to the to the status that guy has without
Am
Yeah,
I
yeah.
the only
without,
one?
being savvy.
Am I the only
Good.
one over here that just sees him like replying to that? And they're like, "What are you doing, Reed?" And he's all like, "Oh, I'm just replying to Echo Bay." And they're like, "No!" And just slams the laptop down.
Yeah,
And they're like, "Don't
Don't do
talk
that.
to them." Well, yeah, don't talk to them.
Yeah.
So that's what
They're
that's
not your-
that reminds me of when they directly mentioned us in their Slack channel.
Yeah.
Don't talk to those guys.
Yeah.
Man,
You're
I
doing
hated
what?
Slack so much, and I can't believe like today I want to see Slack more than anything. I'm like, dude, I hated that I even had an app on my phone about it. I was like, oh my gosh, the Slack channel thing is super gay.
Where is
No.
it?
Slams the laptop closed, like, "Oh, my email!" Like, don't talk to them. I don't know
Okay,
why.
got
While you're
So
looking for that,
I expect blog.
Yeah.
This is corporate in Slack. I expect blog reaction videos. That is par for the course here. This is
Blog?
we made a reaction video the night, like 30 minutes after they posted their 7 points of internal improvements.
Mhm.
Like that was a PR statement that they made in their blog section. So he said, I expect blog reaction videos. That is par for the course here. But my statement remains the same given how many videos Echo Base Network has made using information from multiple anonymous franchises and the fact he has several more coming in the next few days focused on the franchisee angle, with franchisees feeding him content and information, often directly from Slack communications. Corporate has declined to comment or answer any, in all caps, any of the many questions he has sent to and about corporate staff.
They're like, don't do it.
That's when we were asking him about Reed Bunghole and everybody. That's what they posted, and it was so. And look, we got that. We released that in the next video, and they ain't said shit about us in Slack since.
No.
Has anybody been posting
Got 'em
your
scared.
videos on Slack? Do you know?
No. I was told just a couple days ago that Slack is pretty much a ghost town right now.
Yeah, and
There's not a whole lot of
Right.
there's not a whole lot of anything. Now, but what I can tell you,
What can you tell us?
The
Look at him.
cliffhanger.
He's got something juicy. He's
The
got something
cliffhanger.
juicy.
Coach with
He
the
was like,
cliffhanger.
I don't know if I can tell you. I don't know
I'm
if I can
trying
tell
to
you.
think of how I can say this.
You don't pause like that without.
I can tell you
Cover your ass, Coach. Cover your ass.
that the
Make sure you cover your ass.
association with 120 different member stores has their own means of communication. And every single time we make videos, they're posted.
I
Heck
believe
yeah,
it.
And they're posted in a good way.
Okay.
that's good. Because even like one of the reasons I was angry that day is because I like the people that knew me, at least for a lot of them that like we were cool with each other. They believed Bam over me, right? And they like start talking like, oh yeah, but you know, this guy is one of the ones that the hostile takeover made sense. Like I know which ones made sense and which ones didn't at this point.
You guys
You know,
remember
yeah.
when Reckless Ben got silenced and he came out with a video and said, look, I can't cover this stuff right now.
Yeah, mystery company.
Yep.
I need you guys to.
Yeah,
Like, and he literally asked me that on the phone. Like,
Yeah.
I saw your video this morning. Please keep doing that. You know, and
Yeah.
like, that was cool. Store owners, many of them feel the exact same way.
Yeah, they need a voice.
They want us covering this, you know. And at one point, all of our content shifted from Reckless Ben to Bricks and Minifigs. Like if you go look at at my first videos covering this, it was all Reckless Ben stuff.
Yep.
Now it's converted over to all about Bricks and Minifigs and what they're doing. You know, that's just where we are right now.
like well, you three are the ones that give credit to like focusing in on Bam, like specifically because like people are kind of jumbled up all over the place. Even the law tubers are like, oh yeah, the police department. Then they'll talk about Reckless Ben and how they're treating him. But it's like you have to go deeper.
Yeah.
And you three, it's like not only one of the reasons why I gravitated to your guys' channels with all this stuff, but I was like, oh, you guys are actually digging deep. You guys are not just surface level and making commentary on a video you saw. Like you guys actually went after, like, this is what they believe in. This is their business practices. This is like how they're screwing over people. This is how they're hurting people. Yeah, and it was really,
Their
really nice to
filings,
see.
bro.
Yeah.
Their
There's-
filings
I
were wild.
There's a behind the scenes joke, like when we were sending Eamon McNeff, their legal team, Reed Brimhall, when we were sending them all of these right to responds, like, bro, we're releasing this video tomorrow at noon, or 3 days from now at noon. You have a right to respond, and if you respond after the fact, we'll take that into account and we'll tell our audience accordingly. but we want you to know this is what we're covering, and you have the opportunity to voice your position now. That keeps us out of a lot of liability. You know, it's going to be hard to come after us when we gave you a chance to talk. It's not a hit piece if I gave you a chance to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, am I presenting one side? Yes, because you're not saying anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Like, I think they haven't come after me because they already took everything from me.
No.
yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
what are we gonna do with this guy?
The way I see it is just like, I love the stuff that Coach and Nick are doing, because they're doing the actual, like, really looking into the stuff, doing the investigative stuff. Like what me and Or do, we're just more like I consider the stuff we do is just more commentary. It's just we see what's out there, or what's out there, and we just kind of try to dissect it as best we can once it's been found. That's it. We're I try to find stuff if I can, if there's time, but it's unfortunately working full time, and then having other responsibilities, it makes it a little bit difficult. But if we can try to find stuff, we try to find stuff when we can. But our thing is more like, just all right, let's see what's out here, and let's
like signal boosting.
Let's kind of dissect it, and we just try to signal boost whatever other people have found too, if we can help it, because I think it's important to just
absolutely.
We just
you
want
guys
to
are
keep
doing a great job
alive.
with that,
We just want to keep it alive.
People are giving us too much credit. Me and Nick hadn't created nothing, man. Like, we're reporting things that people are telling us.
Yeah.
You know, and we're trying to do it in a logical, sensible way. The biggest challenge of it all is maintaining all the information and figuring out
and seeing who's being honest about it too. Like, if it's actual information. Like, I don't know. So early on, I was trying to let people know who to be careful about, because I got a lot of messages from people who want to just capitalize on the situation, and they were actually in the wrong when they did something towards BAM or their customers or the community. And that's also the other part. Like, you can't trust every story that's out there.
Right.
Yeah.
And you like a lot of people are like, oh, the last Relic is just grifting. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
I lived it. I lived it.
Such
man.
a weak, like, that's what somebody on YouTube says that's never had a monetized channel and made any money.
Yeah.
If that's like, bro, that's not an insult.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and by the way, I hate that word, because people changed they changed the meaning of the word.
Misused. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's grifting
has become, you make money on YouTube.
Yep.
That's what grifting originally meant, was you're not being authentic to make more money on YouTube. Because if you were being authentic, you wouldn't be getting the clicks.
Yeah.
It might be somebody creating rage bait, and they don't really feel as strongly as they do as they're coming across in the video, or they might not think that at all. They're just covering whatever is possible to try to get the clicks and the ad revenue.
Yeah.
That's deception. Okay. Now, I don't like that. So if you got a problem with grifting in that sense, I'm all on board. I want authenticity. If I don't think you're authentic, I'm not going to watch you for a second.
Yeah.
But somebody making money on YouTube as a business, or as a side business, like, I want to do this full time one day. So if you want to call me a grifter because I want this to be a career for me, so be it. That's stupid.
Well, that's the thing. Like, when you were talking about earlier, how some people were criticizing Ben for his, all he cares about is making content with her. Look, two things can be true at the same time, right? There is probably an aspect of it that Ben sees as being, profitable, maybe to some degree, or just, I can make good content out of this, but also, he wants to help people as well. I think those two things can be true at the same time. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you can, fulfill, one of your goals, if your goal is to be this, this content creator that does this kind of content and looking over and finding stories and continuing to investigate stuff and expose certain things while also helping people at the same time. If that's your passion, I say, hey, go for it. I see no problem with that, and I think it's weird when people try to like weaponize that against, Ben or whoever else. Go ahead.
I would counter that shit with literally, I'm in a $10 million lawsuit. What grift, motherfucker? Like, bro, do people not take account of all the context of what's going on? I'm like, this dude got arrested like 11 times. He's going against.
He got arrested for the very first time in his life because of this. Twice.
And he infiltrated the Secret Service and didn't get arrested. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's lots of factors that. Yeah. Well, please. Sorry.
No. Yeah. I'll use a caveat. So speaking of grifting, for those people that are sad, let's catch up on these super chats. Investigates. Come get some for a 2. Heck yeah. Doug gifted 1 last Relic membership. Awesome. And here's a good question for mainly you guys, but $4.99 by Nim Mithla. I have over 300 pops. Do you or anyone else on the stream know the resale do's and do nots of it all? I would say you can call the toy addicts in around Riverview, Florida, I believe. It might be Brandon, Florida. I don't know. Call the toy addicts. Something like that. And they buy and sell a lot of pops, and they would be able to give you some information. But I don't know. Do you guys deal with pops?
I've loosely dealt with pops because honestly, I'm sorry. I almost cursed. I'm trying not to curse on your channel.
I freaking hate them.
I freaking hate them. I hate pops. I hate them. Okay, I hate them with a passion.
I know there's a landfill with like 200,000 pops in it.
I will always hate them. Always.
They cleared a warehouse out and put them in a freaking landfill because they couldn't sell them.
They are garbage. They are absolute garbage. I freaking hate pops. You know what I mean?
Pink for Queen.
There's an app that gives you the price guides of it. I know that much because we used to take them in our shop, but we bought them for like $1 and sold them for $3. So,
and don't get me wrong, I understand the appeal from the collector aspect because again, it happens every so often. Every generation has them, right? Yeah, Coach, I'm sure you remember the Beanie Babies craze in the 90s. That was insane. Don't forget, there was also for a little while. Remember, and sometimes it's even the frames.
Remember NFTs, John?
Yeah.
My gosh!
But think about the trend and how long they last. I remember when mini mates were a thing. Do you remember that, Coach? When mini mates were a thing, that was like right before pops.
Oh, I do. So I did have a couple of those. A couple of the G.I. Joe and Transformer ones. I did.
Yeah. And that was kind of
was the precursor to the pop.
And also remember that was the mini mates came out around the same time. Also, Lego was really getting into doing their minifigs separate as well. Yeah. So they were like going head to head. The only thing is obviously mini mates were a little bit more detailed and stuff like that.
I'm a Transformers, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Thundercats, Voltron kind of guy.
So I guess the do's and don'ts is the do's and don'ts is don't buy pops. Is that what your guys' consensus?
No, look, pop. Here's the thing. I've because I was
we're trying to help a brother out in the chat, brother.
I would buy pops that I knew would be collectible and would have good resale value later. Like I remember I got the first couple of big Godzilla ones that they did, right? I got a bunch of those. I did very specific ones when I get pops. I remember I got the first Voltron ones that had come out. I got those. I got the first Power Rangers ones that came out. Like all the ones that were very like niche. I would try to get.
Never bought one.
But I don't have any right now. I sold. Same. I would basically buy them to
look. If it's just like Lego and BAM.
Yeah.
If you take them to a store, you're going to get 40 to 60% of what they're worth, maybe. Yeah. Sell them yourself. Put them on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. Find out which ones are the most valuable and sell those on eBay. And sell the ones that don't have a lot of value in lots. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Agreed. And this is what Coach.
The thing is, once you've been collecting for a long time.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad. Oh my gosh! Once you've been collecting for a long time, you and especially if you are very familiar with the IPs of the stuff that you're collecting.
Hang on, here.
The cheeks.
Here, There.
Never live it.
Better,
Never live it
better.
down.
There we
Phil
go.
Collins.
You'll never live it down. You'll never live it down, Relic. He's never gonna let you forget.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. His wife will find out.
Think twice. Sorry, that's my best Phil Collins. My bad.
No,
It's
you're
okay.
good.
It's
That's all I
all right.
got.
I was saying, once you get familiar with the IPs of the stuff that you're collecting, you'll like quickly figure out like what's going to be stuff that's going
Yeah.
to, that's going to retain value. You get
Yeah.
kind
Like
of a sense about
there's
it, so.
there's money in everything, but yeah,
Yeah.
the best way to make money is seeing, sell it on your own and seeing how you can
Yep.
like what the fees are on it. If you're doing eBay's a good way. Facebook Marketplace
Oh,
maybe
eBay
even
used to
better.
be awesome back in
Yeah.
the day. Back in the day, in the
Yeah.
early days, it was awesome, but it was also the wild, wild west. There was a lot of
Yeah.
people scamming back in the early days
Yeah,
too.
there's no
but,
tracking. No tracking.
But for the most part, back in the early days of eBay, when I remember using it, most
Yeah.
people were on the honor system, and it worked for a little while. It did work for a little while. A lot of people had integrity on there, but there was, bad actors. I'm glad it became more secure over the years, but I remember posting stuff on there when the fees were much, much, much lower. 'Cause I've been using eBay since '99, so
The thing is, like, if what you're selling
Thank you.
is highly collectible and valuable, eBay is still a very good place to go do that.
Yes, it is.
well, it's really the only game in town now to really do it on I want to say on the mainstream level, because now Amazon, they're so strict now with how their listings work, because Amazon used to have a pretty big secondary market on there too. They still do have a decent size secondary market, but it's nowhere near as it was
eBay-
nowhere near as big as it was like 5 years ago.
eBay is one of the reasons why like a Lego resale company can do well, is because, like I've pointed out to Coach multiple times, like unless you see the minifigure physically, you can't really trust somebody to sell it, because there could be a crack that's hidden somewhere that you'll never
Exactly.
see. Like
Yeah.
it happens
Condition
with
is everything.
Yeah, it happens with toys as well, but in Lego specifically, everybody's getting scammed. I think everybody that's ever bought a Lego on the internet has gotten scammed, especially from like an individual, like on eBay, not from a company. Even like going and buying at Walmart, you could get scammed, because Walmart had a policy that's like, even if it's open, you can return it. And sometimes they would just close it, and there would be a bunch of like noodles in there when you bought it, instead of Lego. Like it would be insane. So
before, what eBay would do, and they still kind of do it. They don't do it as much anymore, but what eBay would do before, at least up until a few years back, there would be like these kind of like little tags next to your name on your seller page that would basically show like how, not just that, based on your feedback, but based on it was based on your feedback, but other things. They would basically kind of deem you like a reliable seller and stuff like that,
Top
which
seller.
would help your
They still got
credibility.
that.
Top seller. They still put it on there.
Mhm.
So they would put stuff like that on there to basically validate your eBay account, to show like, hey, look, this guy is legit. Everything he sells is legit. Trusted guy. You don't have to worry about any of that nonsense.
So I just sold this guy last week.
Nice.
Damn.
I started at 99 cents with no reserve.
Nice.
And it went up to 709 in the final minutes.
Very
I'll show
nice.
you guys some other ones.
That's cool.
Let's see. Show you another good one here. I sold this guy. Look at that.
Oh,
Nice, a Destro.
heck yeah.
Yeah. So 99 cents. You
Nice.
have to have some testicular fortitude to do something like that, because it's a risk. What if somebody gets it for $100, and I know it's significantly worth more than that?
Yeah.
There's the thing about eBay that makes it different is people see it for a week straight.
Yep. And they'll forget.
No, they won't.
Some
well,
will.
I mean, some
That's
people
what I'm saying.
will. Some people will, no doubt. But the people that really, really want it,
Oh, they're
and
on top of it. Yeah.
They're looking at it every day.
Yes.
When you get 2 of those people,
you're good.
that's all it takes.
Yeah. That's all you need.
Well, coach, you're like
But
that
if you get
too.
people that forget,
That's not a good thing.
Like, oh.
So that's why what you're listing
happens
better be
sometimes,
something that people won't forget.
Well, but
Yes.
that's also like a collector's mindset. It's like, oh man, like I can get it now, but maybe I can wait. Like I'll still be up, and then a week later it's sold, and you're like, man, I should have gotten it. Like I think that's like every collector's mindset. Let me get through these last 2. Pink Queen became a YouTube member.
Let's go.
Heck
She's awesome.
yeah, she's the best. And Mad Marine, once again, 999 Emin wrote it, the operations manual. It's supposed to describe company processes. It's not a sales manual. It's supposed to be shared with all employees so they understand the process and how they work. But they only allow managers and owners. The other employees will be bamboozled. But
I see what you did there.
Mm.
Bamboozled. Never mind. Sorry.
No, you got it. You got it. Look at you use your brain. That's nice. That's nice. All that Alabama in you. It's coming out full force. But yeah, but like we could still chill and stuff. But in conclusion, with the bricks and minifigs, like goals, just so everybody in the chat understands, there's not a clear outline of what we can come up with, what they want.
Yeah.
Like there's all this speculation. I am of the belief that they want like these guys with money that is on their side to take over all the stores. I do not think they care about the owners. And again, like it's really hard to give advice on what somebody should do for opening in their own store or what the like current owners should do. Like, because people think that all they need to do is change the name on their sign and they're good. Like they're going to lose their POS system. They're going to use their data. They're going to lose everything. They're going to lose the vendors. They're going to lose it all.
Right.
They're just going to have product in the store and that's it. They could lose their social medias, their emails, the whole list of customers. But yes, coach.
I'm going to have to run, my man. I've enjoyed
you
this.
Are good. I love that you stopped by. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
my
awesome
pleasure.
hanging with you, Coach.
Yeah,
John, it was much better hanging out with you. All right.
Is that your wife right there?
It is.
Show her the text, man. Show her the pics.
I'm not showing her the pics.
I knew it.
See y'all. Everybody be good. Later.
All right, take care,
See you,
Coach.
brother. But John, my boy John. Like
What's up?
Yeah, like again, just to finish off what I was saying, like I think they only want they don't care, but also unless the current owners can talk to every single vendor, which is a lot, and get them all on their side, get the company with the POS system on their side. And again, there's contracts. Every vendor, every system that's been in place has a contract with BAM, and all of them probably say different things. Yeah. That BAM can also go after their own vendors. BAM could go after Heartland. They could go after anything that is attached to them because again, they have contracts with them, right? So that's why it's really hard for like these good people that have a store to leave.
Yeah.
They can't just
stuck.
leave. Yeah.
No, they can't. They're stuck. They're legally bound. That's why they can't really do or say anything, and that's why I think it's important, like for people like Coach and Nick with what they're doing, to be like a voice for these people that can't say anything. And the thing is, with how things are going to turn out at this point, obviously, to me, again, just looking at it on the surface, I don't think they care about the negative PR at this point. They're just like, well, it is what it is. It's there. It's not going to go away. Like, I think that their plan is just going to be, let's see what we can get out of it, or let's see if we can at least control the narrative a little bit more by seeing if we can have, as terms of our settlement, maybe we can try to get these videos taken down or something like that as terms of the settlement. I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of their terms of settlement is that they ask Ben to take down the videos that he's made on them. I don't think Ben will do that, but you never know. If it's but I could see a scenario where maybe he would probably consider it if it was like, to help Brian or to help somebody else, then he might do it. But I also think that Brian, because Brian's a part of the lawsuit, Brian would probably be like, no, fuck that. You helped me, no, we're not going to accept that as a term of settlement here.
I think it's, by the way, did Aura have to go?
I'm checking him.
Yeah, I figured he.
Oh, he had to go. Yeah.
He tried to get.
He was trying to say
but,
it. Yeah, he tried
My
to
bad.
say he had to go. But yeah, he just
and I think it's hard to predict Ben as well.
Yes.
I think overall you can bet on he wants to do right by everybody he's helping. Because again, he says it in a joking way, and he knows that he can make money and like keep exposing this company.
Yeah.
But I think for him, and for everybody, I think he would rather just do like a 10-hour video and just put everything out instead of keep milking this, because he has other things. Like, he cares about people. He has other projects that are so much worse than the story.
Yes. Yep.
We know that some people are going to stick with it because they hate one aspect, whether it's the religious aspect or whether it's the police or
the corruption.
The corruption and all that stuff, which is going to be great, and some not so much because they're just holding on to something. But when this story is done, it's dead, completely dead. As long as it's done in the right way, maybe some because the law tubers have to keep putting out the things that have to relate to law.
Yes.
And if there's no more law to report on, they're not going to keep talking. And as much as I try to talk and we try to talk, the law tubers truly are the ones that are keeping it alive, keeping the interest, the fire.
Well, they're providing they're breaking it down from the legal aspect, to people that are not, and a lot of them are doing it in a way that is digestible to just people that maybe don't understand the law very well.
Yeah,
so.
and again, I don't want people to get confused because I see Willie. I disagree, Relic. I think he has integrity and strong sense of justice. No, I agree with that. I don't think he would cave in. But if he had an opportunity that he had to choose between what is best for the people that have been hurt or to keep making content and prolong this, he's gonna do what's best for the people.
Yeah.
He probably has a thought of entertainment, just like everybody who would make videos or does the things he does. But overall, what he ultimately cares about is helping people.
Yes. That's what I think too.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that I'm using the right words and people don't confuse it, because obviously when we say certain things, people have perspectives, or I'm not sure if I'm using the right language or all the time, where I even had Crystal call me out once and I was like, oh man, sorry, apologize profusely because there's so much information out there.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot. So it's one of those things. Yeah, I think if it all depends on what the terms of the settlement are, and that's something, I guess, it could happen sooner rather than later. But again, there's no way to know for sure, and that to me is, that's the interesting. The most interesting thing about this is, again, we can speculate all we want. We could say, oh yeah, because again, settlement is the most likely scenario, just because that's the way these things do usually play out. And I think that settlement would be in the best interest of all parties, because if Bricks and Minifigs wants to take it all the way, if they want to go all the way, that's fine. But I just see that as being more of a net negative for them.
The more that we've been seeing things, especially the last 2 weeks, I am more willing to believe that they will take it all the way, because they're stupid.
Maybe.
They believe that there's nothing wrong with the operations manual. They believe that there's nothing wrong with everything Ammon's been doing. That these people believe that they're
delusional.
That the entire world that's watching this, anybody who's watched this, is the delusional ones, and they are the correct party.. That. Yeah. They're the smart ones. They're the ones that understand people and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
No,
they're
like,
delusional.
yeah.
There's obviously a degree of delusion that they have, and I believe that just because again the way they've handled themselves publicly, it's just like they are. I, I can't say that they're, maybe they're oblivious to it, but I don't think so. I don't think it has to do with them being oblivious. I think they're just delusional. I think they look at it and say, no, we're still right. We're still right no matter what. We're the ones that are right. We're the ones that are right in this situation. Everybody else is wrong in this situation. Which, I mean, it's possible for that to be the case in very rare instances, but not in this one. Not in this one.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, like this one, and that's what kind of scares me because it's so clear cut that they're wrong that
Yeah.
it scares me if they do win because, like I've said before, I don't believe in the justice system.
Oh,
You know?
if they do, there'll be no that will just embolden them even more to continue to do business the way they've been doing business.
Mhm.
That'll just embolden them more. If they win,
Yeah.
they'll be like, oh, so yeah,
Well,
I guess,
like,
yeah, we're right the whole time.
what
so.
scares me if they win is that now we're gonna go after all our own franchisees that were against us and then just
Yep.
destroy all these people because that's
Go on a witch hunt. Yeah.
they're gonna go on a witch hunt. Like that's what's also scary. Like people don't understand how invested and how dangerous of a position current franchisees are in.
Yep.
Whether on their side or not, like all of them,
yeah.
their future is up in the air. One of the something we know about like the human brain, and is that people love certainty.
Yes.
We love to know what lies ahead. We want to have that comfort, right? Regardless if
Yep.
we seek after something we don't know or are curious, it doesn't matter. We inherently want comfort. We inherently want to know what the outcome is if we do something, right?
Because
That's how we're programmed. But imagine right now, like none of these franchisees, the good ones, know what's gonna happen. Us, we have. It's not that like any of us are delusional, but we have a sense of hope that also has bitten every single person that's in chat that is on Ben's side. It's bitten everybody in the butt before. It's like I know I keep joking like the glove doesn't fit, but it's happened in the much in the past where like this was absolutely a clear-cut case, like these bad guys are gonna go down, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and especially it's just it's happened in criminal cases, but I think it's a little bit more. I feel like it's even more uncertain when it comes to civil cases because again, you have situations where again, for all we know, the Bricks and Minifigs side could have an ace up their sleeve that can help, that can help their case. That
or
maybe
like
nobody even thought about.
In one of the worst case scenarios, like what if they paid off somebody that's well connected with Ben to speak against Ben, even if it's a lie?
To flip on them, right? Or
it could be that. That's happened. That's happened.
Yeah. It could be that. It could be it could be just something else that nobody anticipated at all. That just kind of either got glossed over or lost in the shuffle. We don't know, and that's the thing with all of this. Again, because I think that Bam knows that and I said this earlier, that not all those causes of action are going to go through. But if they can just get a few of them to go through, right? If they can get a few of them to go through, and they can show that they're actionable, and the judge agrees with them, that's all the foothold they'll need. So, hopefully not. Like I said, I think a lot of the stuff that they put in there is just ridiculous, right? I think that they were just trying to throw as much stuff against the wall to see what would stick. So that's why it was so broad, all the things that they put in there, because they want to see what's going to stick. They want to see if they could get anything to stick.
Yeah.
So,
like one thing I am interested in is after all this is over, would their lawyers would they be able to be like, actually be honest and talk to the public and be like, man, I can't believe we represented these guys. Like,
They could.
I hate it. Yeah,
They
yeah.
could. I mean, look, Bob Shapiro, the guy who represented O.J. Simpson, as soon as they got him the not guilty verdict, he immediately, like right as soon as the trial ended, he basically admitted to the fact that he goes, look, he goes, yeah, we played the race card and we played it from the bottom of the deck. Like he had no problem saying, like, admitting to the fact that they that their tactics were less than altruistic or he had no problem as soon as OJ was declared not guilty. He had no problem admitting to the fact that they they took advantage of opportunities and that they didn't really necessarily play it right. He had no problem saying it.
Yeah. And Chad Mine sent a super chat $4.99. What they want is by any means possible to keep eyes out of their books. That's where potential crimes hide. And Chad Mine is the MVP tonight. Thank you for all the donations. You've been awesome. Like, again, they don't want discovery, but again, like, they have their ways around it. You know, they obviously, like, think about it this way. Their dad is not in jail, right? The dad that they sued. So imagine having somebody that is already, let's say 15 years away from their deathbed, and their entire life it has been on display for you to learn from about how to be dishonest and how to manipulate others.
Yep.
They have a pretty confident and good playbook to make sure that they don't get what's coming to them. That's the scary part. Like, I say it how it is. I know people don't like that negativity because it's real.
Yeah.
Like, again, until we know the result, we don't really know who's gonna win.
No.
If truth was the only thing that we needed, Reckless Ben wins 100%. But even Reckless Ben in the recent interview admitted, like, that he no longer thinks the way that he used to, because he used to say on interviews very excitedly, like, no, the truth is on my side, so we're gonna win, like that, like this is a no-brainer. And now on this recent one, he's like, people with money win.
Well, the thing is, again, I think the reality of the situation and the fact that now that he has lawyers that he's probably talked at length with, have broken it down for him and just kind of shown him, hey, listen, here's why. And then they go through A to Z, how whatever his perception might be of how things would play out, how they're not always, realistic, right? When it actually comes time to go to court. So they probably gave him a huge reality check. And it's like, look, this is how things really happen in the court system, especially when there's people that are in the position that Eamon and Matt are in the position that Brian and you are in. Here's the reality of the situation. And this is really how it goes.
It kind of reminds me of when like a friend of mine that, like, he was always picking up chicks, right? And when he told me how to pick up a girl, I'm like, nah, man, they would just like me for my personality. I'm a nice guy. And they're like, nope, you have to manipulate their mind. You have to, like, they have to believe you're a bad boy, but you're really a nice guy. That's how they like, they need to be infatuated with you first. They can't see the good side of you yet. And I'm like, oh shoot. And then I saw it play out, So, like, it just kind of reminds me of that. I know we jumped everybody in the stream to, like, things that we just care about talking about, toys or whatever. But overall, I just wanted to really keep in mind that this is going to be a difficult process, and it's going to be a tough pill to swallow. Because, look, in business, there's this saying is that if you made a good deal, if everybody is unhappy, that's how you know you made a good deal. There's going to be things that we're not going to be happy about.
Yes.
It's just going to happen. Hopefully, like, that's hope. We get justice prevails 100%.
So
you know,
this
but-
this is what I would say to people, because I've seen cases play on court. Like I remember
Yeah.
when Vic Mignogna he sued people that had accused him of egregious things. Now, his case was dismissed. You know, he tried to appeal it and the appeals didn't go through.
Mhm.
Right. But in the end, right, you know, the people that he was suing, they might have looked at it and said, well, we won in the end because his case got dismissed and then he lost on appeal.
Mhm.
But in reality, if you look at where those people's careers are, right, their careers
Yeah.
didn't get any better. You know what I mean? Their careers didn't get any better despite them, at least optically, right, winning, because they got the case dismissed or whatever, right? Their careers didn't get any better. Their lines at conventions are not any longer now because of what happened. They've gone into more obscurity because of it, right?
Yeah.
And when you look at, like, what I would say is, if for whatever reason, for whatever crazy reason, somehow the Bricks and Minifigs side of this comes out on top, they still lose, in my opinion, in the end, because again, it's not going, nobody's ever going to let them forget. Nobody will ever let them forget what happened. I mean, in time, it'll eventually fade, but there's still always going to be those people that are going to hold on to it and are always going to remind them of what happened. There's still going to be those people that are always going to point it out.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't think that they recover from this, no matter what they do. They could try to rebrand. That might help. They will probably embolden to continue to do bad business, sure. But again, if they to me, they've already lost in a sense because of how poorly they've handled stuff. And that's why I think people won't forget about it.
Well,
Even if they win in court, people will never let them forget.
Yeah, and like
There's always gonna be people that's gonna remind them.
It's true, but again, like people forget pretty quick. That's where I worry is like, okay, there's gonna be a new dragon to slay. There's gonna be some new monster that's going to completely override all our thoughts of Bricks and Minifigs. It's gonna be eventually become a thought of like, oh, remember back in 2026?
It'll eventually it will eventually go away, but in the immediate, it's going to do so much damage to them, and I think it's going to be like a millstone that they'll always carry around.
Yeah, and Florence Southard, we did talk about that interview. It's a great interview. It's really nice. It's a nice recap as well. Yeah,
I'll probably go over it on stream, next stream that I do. I'll probably start going over it and seeing what Ben has to say. I haven't seen it yet, but
I skipped a lot because the beginning is like kind of laying down the foundation. But still, it's a good reminder of how it all started. Like a lot of people, look, I recommend everybody go back and watch the first Reckless Ben video.
Yeah,
because I get it. We have all this information coming out, but at least that is straight from the source of somebody who's involved, right?
Yeah. First-hand account. It's a first-hand account.
Go back and kind of like, it's kind of bad to say it like this, but bring your excitement back.
Yeah.
To this story, because again, like, dude, I like this week when I ranted and everything, I've been burnt out, man.
Yeah.
And I've
of course, yeah.
Like I did a thank you stream, like video game stream, obviously, like not as many people. But yeah, like I also like I'm worried, like, okay, yeah, I gotta think about the channel too. You know, I don't only want it to be news or Bricks and Minifig stuff. Like, I'm not about drama, because regardless, we could all make money on this, but I would prefer it if this was all resolved civilly.
Same.
Right? All nice. Like it wasn't a blow up event, a nuclear event that all of us are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. No, like everybody, like I don't even care about me. Like, oh, Allison Mack, that's actually a good point. Of like, she's pretty much like solid at this point.
Yeah, look, I would say, she's married and I believe she has kids. She's out of the public light, but yeah.
No, she started acting again.
Oh, did she? That's interesting.
I think so. Yeah, she also even went on podcasts. But she was very honest. Like
the thing is-
she's like, I did some bull crap. People will never forgive me for what I did, and she just has to kind of move on.
I mean, look,
yeah.
accountability. Yeah, accountability. I mean, people, because that's the thing. I think that what people forget a lot of times is, there's people that do things. I think that there's some stuff that obviously is reprehensible to the point where there's certain people that should not be a part of society anymore because they've committed so many atrocities, and that's why we have jails and prisons, and why in the old days people would be exiled, right?
Hold up, hold up. Are you actually
Almond?
Is this an actual McNeff brother? Because that is correct. So
Almond
I'm like,
McNeff.
is there a McNeff in the chat?
It's Almond. It's Almond.
No, but like this statement is true. The last Relic is not a team player. He always beat us in Halo and made us look bad.
There you go.
I was pretty decent. And every time I played with him, I think I only remember once really. And I know I played a few times. I didn't have a mic. The first few times I played with him, but yeah. So when he said that, I was like, "Yo, are you a McNeff?
You know things.
Yeah, you know things about me." I didn't use the words I usually like to use when I play Halo, but because their mom was in there and everything, so I didn't know.
Yeah, of course. Got to guard.
Yeah. So sorry, but continue. You were saying?
Oh, I forgot. What was I saying?
I don't know.
I completely forgot. Yeah, it probably wasn't important anyways. Who cares? Wasn't that important if I forgot? So, maybe chat will remind. I don't know, but I can't think of it right now.
Alma McNeff is the boss. He demands respect and subservience. And your butthole. Yeah, I was enthralled with Relic showing his emotions. It was raw. I'm a pretty raw guy.
That raw.
I was. Look. Yeah, this week has been. By the way, everybody, like and subscribe. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Again, the content is not always going to be Bricks and Minifigs related, but I like to point out, give Ben some support. Go and watch his stuff again. I don't know how much money he's making off it, but it's to keep the story alive. I'm glad he's making videos again, but and I think it's time for me to start calling out again the Lego YouTubers. They've been dead silent. There's a few that are still reporting, but I'll point this out that I haven't really pointed out. Beyond the Brick, they have a contract still with Bricks and Minifigs, from what I know. I could be wrong, but Bricks and Minifigs sponsors them to make videos for the store tours and stuff like that, and they've been radio silent.
Oh.
I've seen people in the comments, and they're not. The comments get deleted. People are not saying nothing. They're not allowing it. And again, I don't like to start drama. I'm not here to start drama, but the Lego community is not the one behind this story.
Yeah.
The Lego community is not really a part of all of this. That's why, I
think they would have been the first. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked Coach about, maybe some of his students or if they know about it, because they're kids are on the internet, right? High schoolers are on the internet. And not a lot of them still know, because the Lego YouTubers, as much as you might think it's just toys, they get massive views.
Yeah,
they got good followings. Even if they have a small following, they get tons of views, man.
Yeah, I think Lego Empire is the only one that's kind of followed everything, right? Lego Empire.
Lego Empire did a lot of clickbaity stuff at the end there, where it's just he just regurgitates information instead of his opinion, but he kind of got back to it. I really liked him in the beginning, and then I was like, oh, okay, you're just kind of becoming the Moist Critical of it all. I like Moist Critical, but I get it. But yeah,
I gotta tell you a story about Moist Critical after we go off the air.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so and I will be compiling a list of every single, because this week I got pissed off so much that I started working. I started compiling a list of all The
Naughty
Bricks and
list.
Minifigs. Oh, the naughty list of Bricks and
The
Minifigs.
naughty list.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. I'm like,
The
I've
naughty
created the
list,
naughty
yeah.
list.
Yeah,
I'll put
the
it
naughty list, bro.
on like a title, like Livestream naughty list or something.
There you
When
go.
I have it all completed. I need help though for anybody who may have access to Slack.
Mhm.
I'll point out all the corporate locations and every single owner that is, sucking off Ammon McNeff right now.
Mm.
Figuratively speaking. Sorry
There
for
you
the
go.
crude visual, people. If anything, it's small. You can't even see it. It's not as big as a shotgun. I'll tell you that.
Oh no! You get too detailed.
But yeah, I'm not playing Power World, Rachel. That's I'll let Sheldon do that. I'm not doing that. I'll play something that kills other things. All right.
Those
But
are
I'm
always
not
those
playing
are always the
Power
most
World.
fun. Yeah, those are always the most
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
Competitive.
yeah. But yeah, so and again, thanks everybody for donating. We will be wrapping up a few here, but I like chilling with my boy John. Do you have to go
Yep.
anywhere? I don't want to.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good for a little bit more. At least I'm at least good for at least the next 10
Yeah.
minutes. I should be good.
And by the way, Matt Appleseed is doing great work as well. Have you
Yeah.
seen Matt Appleseed's
I
videos?
saw he uploaded something new today. I haven't had a chance to watch it though, but yeah,
He-
I've been wanting to get in contact with him because I know he's commented on a couple of videos, and I think I commented on his live stream and stuff. Like he's definitely somebody
Yeah.
I'd like to.
He's
I could
a
talk to.
super nice guy. I think you could get in contact with him through Instagram.
He's on Instagram.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I will. Yeah, he's on Instagram. I'll
Yeah,
ask
seems like
him.
a real chill dude.
Yeah, you could just contact him on Instagram, man. Just
Yeah, I'll
being
try to
like,
hit him
yo,
up.
Last Relic sent me over here.
I was sent by the last relic.
I was sent by the Last Relic. Yeah, dude. Oh, I would love it if Matt, Ammon, Josh, and Brandon took up my offer on getting in the ring with me, because I'm not. But guys, I'm not a good fighter at all. But I can handle myself.
Yeah.
And my job would not be to win. It'd be making sure everybody gets a cane by the end of the night.
There you go.
You know.
They face some repercussions.
Yeah. And if anything, like even if they beat the living crap out of me, I think a lot of people would be paid top dollar just to see some blood come out of a little bit of their nose, you know. I'm like, I'll do it. I don't care.
Cool.
I don't care about the brain damage ramifications. I got it. I got you.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with the CT and stuff. Gotta be careful, bro.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, I wanted to ask you, with every, you like to, well, maybe not like, but you like to report on all these legal stuff that happens throughout, like, and we've talked about how, by the way, Ace Tone, thank you for talking, not lurking. I wanted to ask you, like, we know that you came back to YouTube because of this story. We know that how important the story is to you, but how significant has this story been for you to, like, maybe kind of affected your life? Because it's something that, like, sometimes I go out, to the gas station and stuff, and sometimes I'm still thinking about the Bricks and Minifigs stuff, and I don't want to be thinking about it. Sometimes, yeah, like.
Oh, go ahead. No,
go ahead. That's pretty much my question. I was just gonna keep going.
It's one of those things that when you get invested in stuff like this, it does, it becomes almost like an obsession to a certain degree, where you get, so it can cause you stress, because you're just like, what's happening now? What's going on? Let me find information. Let me see what's, you want to know what's going to happen next, because, you care. You start to, like I said, get that emotional investment in it, that you care, that you need to know what's happening, who's being affected, whatever the case may be. Me, like, there's times where I have to definitely unplug from stuff and just kind of step back, because it can be very it can add unnecessary stress to you. We've done it before when we've covered, like, certain stories in the past, that we go in deep. I mean, we go deep down the rabbit hole. on certain stories, and like I said, it will consume a lot of your time, especially and a lot of your thoughts if you let it. And that's when you have to be like, there's times where you just have to like just put the phone down or whatever it is that or get off the computer and just like go touch grass, as they say, right? Not not literally, but maybe step out of the house. Okay, let me go be with family. Let me go do something else to get my mind off this, because if not, it drives you nuts, man. The unknowing is what always kind of weighs on you. It's just like, not being in the know about stuff. That's why I said, that's why I give, I've done what Coach and Nick have done before in the past with some of the past videos or streams I've worked on. So I give them a lot of credit for doing it, because that stuff too can be super, super, super stressful, doing that kind of digging and stuff. Where we're at right now, that's why I was saying I give them all the credit in the world, because I don't look at it so much like we might, we try to keep people up to date on stuff that might be breaking, but it's not, I always like, if it's news that people find, I'm just like, I always give the proper credit to the people that are actually doing the work to find that news and stuff like that. To me, what we try to do is just kind of like dissect what's out there and just keep it alive and maybe break it down for people to consume it in a way that is more palatable to them, that's maybe shorter, as opposed to them having to go, dive deep too much for themselves, right? Maybe they just want a summary of it. So it's just like, that's the way I look like, I look at the situation, I look at it like that, and it's like, this is how we can help out. At least maybe we could break it down for people and that don't have the time to sit and look this stuff up as much as maybe some of the rest of us do, right?
That's why I always like, he was in the chat. I don't know if he's still here. Punking, like, I gotta come. Like, Punking, you're the best. Like, he like just knows it all. Just boom, 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 boom.
Punking is on top of it, man. Yeah,
Punking you can't keep up with Punking, man.
Yeah, he's really good at
puns,
just finding stuff, and puns too. Yeah, obviously, but he's just very good at just finding stuff and relaying that information. So I appreciate it. Like, anybody that's doing stuff like that, I appreciate them a lot. There's, like I said, my goal is, like I said, just to keep the story alive and in people's consciousness for as long as possible until there's accountability. That's my thing, and not just accountability for the Bricks and Minifigs side, but I want to see accountability for the American Fork Police Department. You know what I mean? And maybe even Provo, or whoever else was involved in kind of getting it all the way to this point. I want to see them held accountable.
Yeah, LAPD has been assisting.
Yeah, if they have a hand in this, I want to see accountability.
Well, like, it's already been proven. It's very hush hush, but even RecklessBen talked about it. LAPD has been assisting American Fork since the beginning.
They need to be, need to be held to account as well.
The only one who's ever apologized was the one in Oregon,
Kaiser. The Kaiser Police Department.
And dude, how crazy is happen chance of like them just being on the same flight?
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
It was awesome. Yeah,
but I mean, hey, that's kind of a cool moment. It's good to see at least that there's some people in law enforcement that can at least acknowledge, like, okay, this is not what we thought it was, and let's clear some things up. Let's actually let's be real for a moment. Let's clear these things up, instead of just trying to just be on one side and not really hear the other side out at all, or give any deference to the other side. Because I think that's one of the big problems too that we saw with the American Fork Police and with that lady in Provo, right? The detective, where she's. Here's another thing. I didn't get a chance to mention this earlier, but I want to see the police body cam footage of the Sandy Police Department, the ones that went out to Brandon's house the day that Brandon called the cops on RecklessBen. And I'm sure sooner or later that's going to surface too, because that, to me, I want to see what the conversation was of those police, because you saw the one lady, she was like standing hard for Brandon, like, oh, well, that wasn't his problem. He had nothing to do with that. It's like, what's your? I want to know what her dog is in the fight, because that seemed very odd to me how hard she was going for Brandon. It's just like, does she know him
Yeah.
personally?
Well, one thing of the training, which is good training. One thing of the training in Bricks and Minifigs, which I think when it comes to being religious, um, I think all religions, like, I have Catholic background in my family and a bunch of other stuff, and we're LDS. But what I've noticed that all religions, they really teach you to be involved in the community, to
Yeah.
take care of the community, take care of your neighbor, know your local government, vote, all that stuff, right? Um, Bricks and Minifigs, one of the good trainings they had, because their training sucks, but one of the good things that they had was like, you should reach out to your local police department, your local fire department, your mayor, your everybody that you can, so that you can build a relationship,
Yeah.
so that you can be a part of the community, so you could help out, your HOAs, your whatever, like that stuff is, a lot of people don't really reiterate that anymore. That's where you see like neighborhoods getting torn down and all that,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
nobody's taking care of each other. But when
Yeah,
people are
building
taking care of each other, like, things are growing,
building
right?
the community.
So
Sense of community.
and that's why I'm always skeptical. Like, is it corruption, or do these people feel so connected to these individuals because that was the training we received?
Yeah.
That they all these officers, which obviously there's corruption, obviously there's bad practices in law enforcement
Oh, for
and
sure.
of what they're doing, but also it could just be down to plain stupidity and connecting with these individuals. Has nothing to do with their connections in business or their connections religiously. It could be that. Now,
Yeah.
all of it is going to have something to play, and it all should be investigated. But yeah, and so like a lot of these officers also might not forget that they're in uniform, and even when they're online, they're representing the uniform, but they're
Yeah.
trying to speak like a normal person.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
like, you can't advocate for your friend even as a police officer.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't
you
do
have
that.
to be, you're there to enforce the law, even if it's a
You're there to
friend
be
of yours.
objective until it's proven.
Yeah, until it's proven otherwise, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
And that's why, again, I would want to see more body cam footage, like I said, especially of the Sandy PD, of that particular incident,
Mhm.
just to see what the conversation was, even just going to Brandon's house, what these cops were saying, what the conversation was when Ben was finally, told to leave, and they had Brandon on the side talking to him.
Mhm.
I think that that's all important stuff that we need to know, and we need to see what if there's some kind of prior relationship there, right?
Yeah.
If there's a prior
Maybe he's banging her.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a bunch of things for all we know. They could have some kind of actual relationship.
Yeah.
Now, my understanding is, I think you had mentioned the Brandon is married or whatever, but that doesn't mean that, he could be having an affair, right? Or maybe this is somebody that he knows from, that lives close by. Maybe they attend the same church. Like, what is it? Because again, like I found that I
Maybe
was just
kids
kind
go
of
to the
like,
same high
maybe they
school,
go to the same
whatever.
school.
Like,
Yeah, kids go to the
yeah.
same school. There's something, right? Because like I thought, especially with how she was so like hardcore defending him, like saying, "Oh, well, that had nothing to do with Brandon. That was the people that were there before him." It's just like, lady, is that what he told you? Yeah, because you're only getting one side there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it's just like you're going really hard for this
Yeah.
dude. Which makes me believe, that's what makes me suspect that lady
Yeah.
knows him personally, because of how hard she was defending him, instead of just being like, "Hey, look, he called the cops. You're on his property. He has a right to he's asked you to
Yeah.
leave. You do have to leave. And that's it. Look, there's no argument here. It's just like, we're just doing our job. We're enforcing his rights.
Yeah.
We're enforcing the law, I should say, and protecting
And
his
like
rights. And,
again, like the only thing you could really advocate for the Sandy police is that it wasn't big.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she stepped crossed over the line. But that's where I was like asking those questions to coach of like, what happens when like an officer steps over the line, says something they shouldn't, does something they shouldn't? Who gets punished? Like when does it go to their leadership and being like the leadership is incompetent?
Yeah.
You know, because we see it at like as employees in our line, in any line of work, right? Where
Yes.
like, oh, one guy got fired because of this, and then you hear this another employee gets fired for the same thing, and another one get fired for the same thing. You're like, okay, when is everybody going to start looking at the training, the leadership?
Yeah.
How, like, why does this keep happening with people of all different personalities, people of different places? This is nuts.
Yeah. That's one of the best things I think that came out of this, because it really put, this police department, and I'm mentioning American Fork specifically, it put them under a microscope. And this is something that I think could very well set, or hopefully sets a precedent where now people are going to be much more, they're going to scrutinize instances a lot more, right? In situations that seem like off, right? Like with this obviously caused people to look into the training, like you just mentioned, into the training of the officers that have been involved in this particular case, which is crazy. And then, like I said, with Clearly Establish's video, how he found out, oh, 9 of them that are involved with this particular case with Ben don't even have any kind of formal civil rights training.
And all they have is like tactical training, SWAT training.
Is mostly tactical training. And some of them, a few of them, have actual PR training, which is insane to me. It's just like, wow, you guys are more concerned with training some of these guys on how to answer questions in front of the media and how to handle themselves if they get a microphone shoved in their face than you are training them on seeing whether or not they're violating people's civil rights.
And you got to think, if that's the training they're getting, that means they probably have a lot to hide.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what we think that too. If you're prioritizing, civil rights training over stuff like that, because again, and we started to see like the skeleton, some of the skeletons in the closet, right? With the one guy who got his ass completely whooped, the Thorpes who had their house basically raided, right?
Yeah.
Then you see like the other couple where they wanted to cite them just for not opening the door, which was insane. It's just like,
it's stupid. Like people, like this is what, in terms of all the police thing, I think what people should also get out of it, which I think is probably the absolute best thing to come out of all of this, is to question your own local police department, whether you're in New York, whether you're in Montana, Michigan, Florida, whatever. Is like, scrutinize, like understand that they're supposed to be on the side of the law. They're not supposed to be on your side. They're not supposed to be on your enemy's side. And that you got to be careful with how you talk to them and how you trust them.
Yeah.
Because again, the law enforcement is the government. It's our tax dollars.
Yep.
And if one police department isn't getting good training, and then we see 2, and then 3, and then 4 acting very similar, and even 2 out of the same state, out of a different state, you could bet your butt that your local police department probably has some of the same issues.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's why, they need to be held to account. And because look, I'm not like an anti-police person or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of friends that are in the police department, especially in jiu-jitsu. Everybody's like an officer. Yeah, I've
had friends in law enforcement as well. So it's just like, so I get it, but like you were saying before, they're not above the law. They're there to enforce the law, not be above it. So it's they got to be held to account too, and make sure that we got to make sure that they're doing things within the confines of the law as well.
Exactly.
Just because they're there to enforce it, again, doesn't mean that they get to bend the rules when it's convenient for them. So that's the one good thing I think also that came out of all this too, is that it's going to put that in people's minds to be like, all right, scrutinize more, just, ask questions, make sure that you're within your rights when it comes to certain things. Make sure that your rights aren't being violated when you're in a situation with the police, that they're not taking liberties with you just because they feel like, or because they have, big D energy or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're power hungry, you know what I mean? Because they're just going to continue to do stuff like that until they're checked. And that's the thing. That's what I want to see come out of this, at least for the, the police that did what they did, that they're going to be checked, that they get a really
100%.
good reality check in the situation and realize, hey, you're not above the law. You're here to enforce it, but you're not above it yourself. So
yeah. And I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Everybody leave a like and subscribe to the Toy Bounty Hunters, me, the Last Relic. I'll give you guys a preview. I'll call out one of the stores. If I'll call out two stores, one in a good way, one in a bad way. If there's a Bricks and Minifigs that are good owners that you want to support, I could guarantee you the ones in Sarasota, solid. Okay, solid. They're the ones that got threatened by corporate to take it down. Awesome people. And here in Florida, the Port Charlotte location is a corporate location. If you don't want to support corporate, don't go to Port Charlotte Bricks and Minifigs. And Maddie Appleseed is in the chat.
Oh, Maddie,
saw your video. Awesome, Maddie. We were just talking about you. John wants to get in contact with you. Man. Yeah. Message John on Twitter or X or Instagram, Maddie.
X is best for me if you're on X, but if not, I have an Instagram too. So
yeah, your video, Tasha Hahao. Yeah, that means it's very good.
Yes, we got to connect. I got to watch the video.
He wants to connect, but what, John? What after? I want to ask you this because everybody asks what's coming next. But after all this Bricks and Minifigs is over, what's next for your channel? What do you want to get to?
I'm thinking about, even though I'm talking about the Bricks and Minifigs stuff a lot, I actually was thinking about making a video on this whole Vic Mignogna situation where he recently was his appearance was canceled from a convention because people are still trying to cancel him 7 years after the fact when he never should have been canceled to begin with, right? Because none of the allegations against him were ever substantiated. Man's career was ruined basically on hearsay. No evidence, never arrested for anything, never convicted of anything, and just people are still out to get that guy, and it's ridiculous. So I might make a video about that, but eventually
there's also reputation destruction. Sometimes all it takes. That's why the whole child enthusiast thing is such a heavy claim, because even if it's not true, you've already ruined their life.
Correct. But there's a bunch of stuff though outside of that when it comes to Vic. That's that's basically that's something for another time to talk about. But eventually I would like to get back to also doing some. I'm going to talk about again this stuff until there's accountability, but I'm thinking about maybe getting back into what our previous passion was, which was making retrospectives and documentary videos, because I love doing that stuff. I just love the flow of information, and there's interesting things that some people may or may not know in regards to some of their interests that and if I'm able to help them learn that stuff, I'm happy to do that. So eventually maybe we'll get back to that point. We'll see.
No, awesome, man. Awesome. That's what's up. So again, everybody subscribe to John, Toy Bounty Hunters. And is he doing a channel or?
He has a channel. Yeah. His channel is Origami.
Is not. I know that, but is he? Posting again?
Yeah. Awesome. He's posting shorts again.
Yes, subscribe to Aura and Echo Base Network. And one of the things I invited a friend. He's my co-host for the Daily Drive.
Nice.
Show we do on Wednesday. So he's back in Utah, but he grew up in Provo.
Oh, wow.
And he's had some issues with the police there. So he wasn't able to make it tonight. I will have him on, and we will talk about like, you know, the stuff with the police department. He also did work in American Fork as well, and so
Oh, wow.
he has some insight
Yeah.
there. Which I'll
Yeah,
tell
that'd be a
you.
great discussion, man.
I'll tell you after this, but yeah, yeah. But yeah, for Pink Queen, that's the only ones I could confirm. I want to be able to confirm everybody that I put out on the list, so I don't know which Bricks and Minifigs would be good to shop at. But I know for sure Sarasota location is solid, and yeah, and Port Charlotte is not, and Orem is not. But yeah, anyways, that is it for tonight. Leave a like and subscribe to all these channels I told you guys about. Yeah, we are, by the way, everybody, we are 3 likes away from 100 likes on this stream,
Help
and
the
we
man out.
are 300 subscribers away from 3,000 subscribers. And I just want to thank everybody. You know, not too long ago I was only at 100 subscribers, and you know, nobody on my chat. So this has been phenomenal. It's been great.
It's
You
been a
know,
fun
and
stream.
yeah, it was a great stream. I enjoyed it. You know, I like, this is what I like hanging out, is bouncing back on the topic, talking about whatever we want to talk about. You know,
Yeah.
like we're not all gonna be so formulaic. Like, this is the title and that's all we're talking about. Like, it's gonna be the theme throughout. But just so you guys know, next time you're here, we might spend an hour not talking about anything related to bricks and minifigs, as we did today. But it's always gonna be fun. But yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you, and you guys all have a good night.
Later, chat.
Smash the like button.
Yes, do that.
All right. Did it not end?